Hi, everybody. This episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast was recorded live in our studio for first members. So please enjoy it on YouTube. But if you want to see it first, make sure to visit roosterteeth.com/Burnie. That's my personal part of the site. But guess what? Hello, everybody. How are you doing? It's the Rooster Teeth podcast. And once again, we are Gusless.
We are.
But we now have Michael. We have a 3-person podcast.
Hello. Fourthless.
Well, we might have somebody else join us later.
This is a nice set.
Oh, you haven't been on this yet?
I've been on the podcast in about 2.5 years.
Look what I got.
It's an exaggeration.
What did you do last
got a
time
new
you were on the
bottle
podcast to piss off Gus?
I don't know.
Look at that
I
thing.
had my own podcast.
Ah.
He was like, "You're dead to me."
So I feel like that's what everyone's doing.
What's
Barbara's got her own one too.
I don't think I've ever been on since Off Topic started, and we're coming up on a year.
Is that true? I hate when stuff like that happens. What did Gus just say? No dice?
To be fair, he asked me like 3 times, and I was like busy on every time, so I think he blacklisted
What
me.
is this?
You like that?
It's a bit overkill.
We're not losing that one. That's for sure. That was going to stay with us forever.
It's bigger?
What?
This is absolutely just as losable. It's just more inconvenient.
No.
How is it as a losable?
We can put it in your pocket
You
and walk
don't
away with
lose
it.
them because they get put in someone's pocket. They just get moved somewhere.
If you're listening to the audio podcast, Gavin has a bottle opener that's the size of his forearm.
And he still
it
can't
works
open
the
a
same
bottle
way,
with
dude.
it.
There you go.
You don't
It's
wait.
not great. It's not great.
You
one.
don't, you don't open bottles with an opener like, and you really try and wedge it out.
Worst bottle opener of all time. Worst bottle opener of all time. I know you've used it.
What is what?
What is the worst bottle opener you've ever used?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's
When
not
I say
saying
maybe
I-
that big
I
monkey
keep
thing.
in
That
my-
fucking monkey.
Yeah.
It's impossible to use. You never used the monkey
I
at
don't
the
know what
Ramsey's
you're talking
house?
about. No. They got a monkey?
Did they shelve it finally?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It
I
takes
don't
like
remember the
an
monkey.
hour to open a bottle.
I will say the one I usually suck at, which like is like some of the easiest, is we had one in the kitchen for a while. I don't know if we still do, but it was like the cap with the little tray underneath it.
Yeah, it's like a mounted to the wall one.
And I sit there like for 7 tries, and then I finally get it. Never lands in the fucking tray. It always lands on the floor, and then I pick it up and I put it in the tray.
It's straight shot right down.
Yeah, it's like
floor.
half a foot to the tray.
You know, trajectory, man.
You
Goes
must have
flying.
too much aggression in your.
That must be it.
In your opens.
I just smash them open now.
I was so disappointed. I was on the spot with Andy this weekend, which, by the way, that was really disappointing unto itself.
Absolutely.
But
On the
just on the
spot,
spot in
Andy,
general?
all of
yeah,
it, everything.
with Andy.
It's a trifecta.
I mean, really, it's like I'm sitting on the spot set, and I'm sitting next to fucking Andy Blanchard, and I'm thinking, what happened? Like, where did everything go wrong?
You fucked up.
Literally everything in my life is now off the fucking
But it's
rails.
your fault.
It is.
First try.
I have
Because
no one
here-
to blame but myself.
Here's what's great about anything you complain about the company. At some point, you can trace it back to you because you started
Probably.
the company.
Probably.
So even if someone else is responsible, you probably hired that someone else.
I'm not actually upset about being on the spot with Andy. Do you think the on the spot joke is that wearing thin at this point?
That we hate it.
Yeah.
But we.
I'm not joking.
I actually hate it.
Yeah.
No, you just hate being on it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually it's a difficult show to be on, but nobody actually
Well,
hates
because
the
you
show.
sit next to John. That's why it's difficult.
It's really tough to sit.
Yeah. It wears you down. That,
Good point.
That cackle.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
We had a long discussion about how the way John trims his pubic hair too. On this
Interesting.
week's on the spot.
Nice.
So if you missed that gem, tune in. It's
How
on
how
YouTube.
does he?
What's that?
Is this like not
He
a
leaves a
normal
little
process?
bit. The way I was trying to describe it back to him
Stubble.
is I said, so it's like a little like the Hitler. Your dick's like Hitler, basically. A little tuft of hair at the top, and that's it. He's like, no, it's just he trims everything down to that one point. Like
That's weird.
yeah.
I think that's weird.
I think it's weird too.
Probably not weird.
It's probably not. We had a long discussion about shaving and everything. Anyway, Andy was on there with me. Fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Heard you had a great team name though.
I realized after the fact that I should have shortened it just to like 2 guys that have been inside Andy's mom instead of specifically about her vagina.
It was very specific.
Which then we made a vagina joke on the spot, and then sure enough, later that week, who knew? The problem with the way we tape stuff here is sometimes we tape on like a Tuesday and it doesn't come out till fucking Thursday. So something can happen in the world, like say, I don't know, a presidential candidate gets outed for being like a sexual predator, and then you have a joke a day later that's like, oh great,
You crossed the line.
right in there. Yeah, it's like, hey, aren't you paying attention to what's going on in the world? Make a vagina joke after Trump. Hey, I want to thank our sponsors for the Rooster Teeth podcast tonight. I want to thank, which is Trunk Club tonight. Trunk Club's back. All right. So thank you all,
Did you
Blue
just
Apron
quit?
Harry's and Trunk Club for sponsoring our podcast.
What?
Sounded for a second like you said Trump Club.
I might have.
You better not. You better not have
Which
said that.
I think is the worst butchering of an ad read ever.
You call it Trump Club?
Yeah.
That's a little off-brand for Trump Club, I think.
What would you get?
Don't
Like a set of wigs?
Dude, going into this podcast tonight, I'm sitting here thinking, like, how do we get through this podcast without dropping the P word at some point? Because it's like that, the word pussy is in
Well,
every...
you just did it.
I know. I had to, like, I can't say the P word all night. It's literally in, like, everything I watch now.
Yeah.
It's like on morning talk shows.
Yeah.
You know, it's like where they're talking about, hey, the
throw it
weather
out there,
today is
man.
going to be 85 degrees. All the way also, grab him by the pussy or something like that. It's just crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy.
It's a little wild.
What's crazy about the people who follow me? I always think the people who follow me on Twitter are sort of similar-minded folks because, you know, they watch videos I'm in. But after that came out, I just tweeted, all right, how can anyone vote for him at this point? First, I was going to tweet, how can any woman vote for him at this point? And then I was like, it's irrelevant. How can anyone? And I got replies like, well, I'm sure you don't know his policies, blah, 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 like, going on his policies. It's like, who gives a rat's about his policies at this point?
Yeah, that's...
You hear what he said?
Because his policies, like, it's not front and center. I noticed in the debate last night, we're recording this on Monday, that now they're trying to push the talk about policy and everything. It's like, where's that been for, like, the last year of this campaign?
But also, who wants to listen to that at this point?
Where's been the talk about policy and everything
kind of
else?
late in the game.
For either one of them.
Yeah.
For either one of
Yeah.
them, you know? It's crazy to me.
We got like three and a half weeks
Yeah.
left.
I agree with you, though. I think that, like, at this point, population at large, I don't know how any female voter can vote for Trump. I just don't know how they can walk in the booth and vote for that guy. I get why there's some guys who think, like, being a guy is, like, the greatest thing ever. But now it's like half the population you probably won't vote for you, even though I know there will be a large portion of the female population that does. I just don't know how you do it, especially when he's going to have, or the next president is projected to have 3 Supreme Court nominees in their next term, just by the age of the Supreme Court right now. And you think about that, that would be fucking scary if you're looking down the barrel of that, you know? I mean, we have had one Supreme Court nominee that they've been like, you know, what's it called? Filibustering for like the last 8 months at this point, like just trying to get to the election so that they can have somebody else nominate somebody besides Obama at this point. I just don't know how it happens. I don't know how it happens.
Speaking of nothing to do with that, we just played a game, and it was scary.
Yeah, so they came running over after they were recording in the Achievement Hunter office.
We played 2 games. One very much to do with that. One nothing to do with that.
Yeah, we're actually recording it backed right up against this. It was like 7:27.
We finished like work in Achievement Hunter like 4:30ish. You know, everybody else was pretty darn tired. And then you and I were like, all right, well, now we're going to go work over here. Went into the other room, filmed an hour-long video in there, ran over, ate chicken strips, ran back, filmed another video, ran over here, sat down on the podcast.
Yeah,
Michael
it's pretty-
literally ran up like 30 seconds before the podcast started. I don't know how you're not out of breath.
It was 7:27 and I was moving files into a folder and like
We have to
exporting
be
audio.
very quick on our audio saves in that room because if we leave them unattended, they will delete them.
No shit. Who will?
Just anyone who comes in there will just be like, "Oops,
What's this?"
It's gone. I exploded it."
Who deleted one of your audio takes?
I don't want to rehash it because we just
We
did
actually
it.
just went into
we
it today
just
in
went
Minecraft.
into it in the Minecraft we recorded today. But you know, we have the side room in the sport office set up, which was the original like streaming room. You know, for like we do the main streams in the Achievement Hunter office, we do
Got
the
it.
multicam streams. But the daily streams, or you know, the smaller, I think we do like 3 days a week in that room, is so you know they can whoever goes two, 3 people stream in there, and then you know we can work in the main room. But that's worked out great for Gavin and I to shoot our like 2-person videos, you know, like Play Pals or like Let's Watch, whatever. Like I announced on Off Topic, we're doing a whole week of Outlast since we never played it.
People
we
are
already
super
beat it.
excited about that.
We beat the entire game, and we filmed it all in that room, and it's great because we can just go in there and do whatever we want, and then the other room can keep recording or not record while we do all the work. That's fine. Yeah. So we've been killing that room as much as humanly possible.
Which is
Yeah.
great to me because it seems like lately with Achievement Hunter, it seems like there's been discussions about recording more than there's been like actual recordings. Like
What's-
there's always this philosophy of like, when can you record? I went
it's
in
a
there today.
huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, I walked in today. I go, hey, how's it go? What's a typical Monday like for you guys? I get hammered with right away. Well, first of all, we got to try to get everybody in the room at the same time. It's like, I was like, I'm leaving.
Yep.
It's like, I don't know if I'm going to have that conversation anymore.
Yeah.
Monday's the day of meetings, typically, for most.
Yeah, I was trying to do a vlog where I was walking around and like just seeing what everybody does on a typical Monday.
Oh, that's why you wanted to come and film Artwork with us.
Well, I just want to see if you guys were already shooting it and you guys had already shot it. But it's a lot of meetings, basically. So Monday's our day when we have all of our meetings.
Any Monday where we can do like 4 or 5 videos is a productive Monday.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
4 or 5 videos
usually,
in a day.
Usually we're lucky to get Awu and 2 other videos just because it starts slow and we got to figure out who's in town and who's
And
where
also,
and blah, blah,
our
blah.
equipment is sat unattended for 2 days, which means it's broken.
Right.
Like something's been unplugged.
There's a lot of crap that we got to put back together.
Maybe somebody kicked a desk in half. Maybe something like that
Stuff
happened.
like that happens. You know what I mean?
Things happen.
It's shocking how the smallest thing will completely fuck us. We're like, where's this thing? I had this thing right here. Where is it? Where is it? And someone's like, oh, I don't know. Oh, nobody knows? Nobody knows in the room? It just magically left?
Technical problems are one of the worst problems.
Technical problems and just people taking shit and not putting it back.
Dude, when we had one capture station at the whole company, it was basically used to capture footage for Red versus Blue. And then when we needed to capture something else, we would just I would get up from my desk and someone else would sit down and capture there. Every time I sat down at my desk to start a project, I had to do 30 minutes of troubleshooting because somebody else had just come in and completely rearranged every fucking cable. And it's like, why? I'd get the person, I'd say, there's only 5 of us. I'm like, why did you do this? I was just trying something out. It's like, what were you trying? You just trying to come up with a way to plug the audio into the video? What were you trying to do?
If you don't lock stuff away, it gets ruined.
Today, we went in there, right? So that was what he was mentioning where we got to save shit because that room is not our main desk. So if we record something in that side office and then we leave and I don't put it on space or back it up somewhere, it's just in there by itself for anyone to come and kill or delete or shoot into the sun, Trevor.
Trevor did it, huh?
But today,
That's a name Trevor.
walk in, like I said, Gavin and I have been using the crap out of that room, and everything's set up. There's 2 monitors in there. So one screen is for the gameplay, and then we put all the capture and stuff on the other screen, so you can monitor it while you're doing it. You have Audacity and the face cams and everything on the right.
Sounds like a great system.
Great
How
system.
could it fail?
I fucking walk in today. I open a game in Steam. It's on the right screen. I was like, why? Why is this? But the problem is all the desktop icons are on the right screen. So now I have a blank desktop on the left screen. That's worthless to me. And the gameplay is on the right screen. And it's already, however, it's still set up to capture the left screen. So I was like, cool, I can record the desktop. So I go in there and I was like, Trevor, you know why this is like that? And he's like, oh, I don't know, man. I came in here and it was all like that. Somebody fucked it up. I'm like, who?
Who?
Why wasn't it put back?
Name names.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. That's got all weird. I'm like, what does that mean? It didn't just happen. It didn't just completely swap.
You know what the most amazing thing about Let's Play Live is to me? Is the fact how all of those events have gone off without a major hitch. I literally sometimes will start checking comments when it's live, and I'm like, I'm just waiting for the moment of there's been a 3-hour delay.
I assume every single one will be a colossal failure.
It's incredible that it hasn't happened.
We've had,
technical.
I think,
Technical.
tiny little glitches on each one.
Yeah.
This one that just passed, we started with GTA for a heist, and my screen wasn't on the screen. So I was playing, I could see it.
Somebody's
but
fucking with you.
There was nothing being shown.
Yeah.
So they had to reboot my machine in the middle.
In the middle of the
setting
heist.
So
So
they're
it's
all there, ready with the guns, ready to steal all the stuff, and I'm
We're
not
in
even-
we're in the
loading.
burger shot waiting to rob it with 2,000 people in the theater.
And then you got to cut
And
your
we're-
losses at some
and
point.
we're waiting for Gavin to restart his computer
Whose heist was it?
on stage.
was
I mean, it was
joint-
kind of all of ours
joint
collective.
heist.
Ryan hosted it.
For Let's Play Live, we just come up with one.
Kind of
together,
spitball.
typically.
Gotcha.
Come
But
on.
you're not doing one of the built-in heists. Do they have those now?
No.
Not,
it was
that
just
was
a made-up
GTA
one.
4 we were playing. So there was no heist in that yet, anyway.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we did 4 because Liberty City in New York City.
So they've killed 4 minutes of
Good call.
time
Good call.
waiting for me. And at,
I mean-
at this point, it's like, all right, we'll just go. And as they're leaving, I come running around the corner with just a pistol because I've just arrived and I haven't got any weapons.
I mean, I think every single Let's Play Live, there's been a moment where I go, and this is why we edit, to the audience.
Yeah.
We're not fucking around.
This is
okay?
everything you miss.
There's a lot of crap that goes wrong. And I would say even for us, it has that moment of, ugh, man, I hope people don't start getting restless and everything. But, it snaps back on. We're good. We're back into it. Adam Barrett has the worst job ever at Let's Play Live. It's just weeks. We get out there and have to do the show and hope everything runs right. He has weeks and weeks of technical planning and
Yep.
setting everything up. And even us, we have different sets. So I'm on and I'm off for 3 things and then I'm back out and then Funhouse comes in and then Couch Up. Adam's on the stage all night. Every single set, because he's constantly just running and resetting computers and stuff like that. With Gavin's
and it
computer not
spans
working.
from the biggest stuff you could imagine, like what's on the giant screens, who's at what console, all the way down to Hey, Gavin, are you a chicken or a horse in this game? Because I'm going to put the icon by your
Literally,
name or by...
before we started, we were doing the rehearsal. He's like, Michael, you're a chicken? I'm like, whoa, fuck no, I'm not chicken. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm horse. I have to be horse.
And then I watched
I'm
him
always horse.
in
He's like,
Photoshop drag the little horse over to Michael's name and move the chicken to my name. Like tiny things, tiny details like that. He has to deal with that too. It's madness.
It'd be
It's
nice
insane.
if it was completely fucked up. So did you guys have a good time at Let's Play Live?
was
Great
awesome.
time. It was fantastic.
New York Comic Con. That's everything we did around that whole event. Let's Play Live, the booth at the actual convention itself. Everything seemed like it was just enormous. I'm actually sorry I couldn't go to New York this week. Normally, I don't like really lament missing an event because I've been to so many of them, but this seemed like a really good one.
it was good. My mommy was there.
Oh,
Denise, front row.
We're in James' parents there as well. I think. Maybe you missed that.
You know,
I'm getting the stare down.
He didn't say anything about it. You know, I didn't recognize them.
You weren't like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Willems.
Yeah.
That's not a real last name, right?
I've never heard it before in my life.
Someone
I've
fucked
never
up with
heard
Williams.
Willems. Somebody fucked it up, and they're like, just go with it.
Yeah.
I've
Maybe
never
it was
heard that
like
name
it was
before.
like a change to a stage name.
Like when writing screenplays, coming up with names can be one of the hardest things.
Yeah.
If I had somebody whose last name was Willem, I'd be like, I'm changing that later. That's
There's
for
a,
sure.
There's a guy in the UK called, he's been over here too, David Williams. But
Williams?
apparently there were so many David Williams, he was just like, I'll just make it Williams.
Did he really?
Yeah.
So he changed it to an A, or he?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
wow.
anyone can pick a stage name. I'm not sure if he legally
Oh,
changed it to
okay.
Williams.
Okay.
But
My name is finally recovering from the summer of Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Where when Bernie was getting big, all of a sudden people were spelling my name with an E because of like autocorrect and everything else. It just came back really hard this last year. And now it's finally turning back to where I don't see as many misspellings with Bernie with an E. I mean, technically my name is misspelled the way I spell it.
Right. But by choice.
Yeah, you know, it's because it's based on my last name Burns. And so when I was trying to figure out how to spell my own name when I was 13, my new name that I had been
Right.
given by Janine Sr. was the woman who named me. I was like, okay, I'll just use a U here. Like at one point I spelled it E-Y at the end. B-U-R-N-E-Y.
Wild.
Yeah. Crazy. This is crazy, Michael. Get ready.
can't
Have
believe
another
it.
beer.
You?
Have another beer.
Damn.
Let
Let me finish.
But then when I didn't realize at the time when I was doing it, because this is really pre-internet, it was so important to have a uniquely spellable name. Now when somebody knows how to spell my name, you know, they're not going to find anybody else. And theoretically, it should also be easy for me to get accounts on social media that they haven't been used, but somebody always registers my name the moment
Oh,
an account goes.
absolutely.
Fucking drives me crazy.
That's every single video game for us where there's like a clan or like a crew, like GTA, perfect example. So
Yeah.
the second GTA 5, you were able to make a crew, which I believe was before the game came out, because you could do it on the Rockstar social clubs. You could go online and do it. You know, we'd always make something like the AH crew or something like that. And I remember we got to GTA 5. Somebody had AH crew like 2 months before we ever tried to make it.
They had Achievement Hunter, they had AH.
They had everything. So then we made it fake AH crew.
Right.
Right? Because somebody took it. Then we go to Destiny. Somebody took fake AH crew. So our clan name in Destiny is not fake AH crew. Like we just keep adding words to it, because every
Next
time
will be real, not fake AH crew.
it's like our
Damn it, that's taken now.
Well, now you told them. Our abbreviation for Destiny, I love it. It just says fake. Like, whenever we play, it's so stupid.
The best part about it, too, is somebody will register your name, and then they immediately go, the last time I'm using that service,
yeah,
and then
of
they log
course.
off forever.
Of course.
And you contact them, you're like, can I get this name from you? I'll even buy it from you. No response.
Do you know what is...
Years at a time. They're just not interested.
What happened? What's
Oh, I just felt wet, but I didn't spill.
Did you pee?
No.
You
That's
sure?
really weird.
Have another stroke.
Don't piss on the couch.
The amount of people, strangers, who use my face and description on Tinder and actually match with people I know in real life.
Fucking weird.
Unbelievable.
Whoa.
Are you serious?
So people you know in real life are like swiping on you? If they match with you?
Is that how that works? I've never used Tinder.
I'm pretty sure that's the way that works.
Well, I assume they saw my face and thought, I'll see what this is
Well, you said
about.
they matched with you. To match, you both have to say, oh, yeah, I'd fuck him.
Oh.
Yeah. Who did it? I should ask the question first.
Yeah.
Who'd you match with on Tinder?
So, yeah, they were like, what is this? I was like, oh, my God, yeah, that happens sometimes. And I'm just thinking, what are the chances?
So that's crazy.
this
So there's
person-
somebody out there who's got your account who knows everybody who's after you.
The other thing that then did that too for me a lot is
Yeah.
like Twitter. They'll take your picture, and not just a picture of you, but they'll grab your current profile picture and make it their profile picture. Then they'll put like your name in their Twitter handle. And it's like, even if they don't pretend to be you, so many fucking people accidentally follow those people
I-
because they think it's you.
I almost reply to people that have my friends' avatars all the time.
Yeah.
Like, because I see
It's
their
annoying
face, and I'm
shit.
just like, oh, that's, and I'm like, oh, I'm not talking to the right person here. It's weird. Yeah.
Holy shit, Gavin, you have 600 followers? Oh, god damn it.
What happened?
And it's like
You're like the new
Lindsay,
PewDiePie.
perfect example. Like Lindsay has her Twitter profile is I am Lindsay Jones because like Lindsay Jones was taken.
Sure, that's a common name.
It's a common name. There's a fan that has an account I am Lindsay Jones, except like
With a
an
one
L
instead
or
of the
something
I.
like
an
that.
L.
And it's like, do you understand the point of I am this person? do you realize? No, you're not Lindsay Jones. The other one is. It's like,
Well, she's trying to fake that she is, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that
no,
its purpose?
no, because you look at her tweets and it's like, not talking about anything, just talking about like some.
It's gotta be
she's
just 'cause-
she's some teenage girl, and it's like
They're doing it's a troll.
not at all pretending to be them, but it's like, oh, I'm a fan of you, so I'll just make your name my name.
Well, I mean, on a larger scale, you look at people like Phil Werrell, the Will Ferrell account that's got Will Ferrell's face on it, and it's like the bio is like, I'm not Will Ferrell, but like now that's that person's account. And I think that account has like 3 million followers or something ridiculous like that. And it's like not associated with Will Ferrell. It's like, then don't name the fucking thing after him. What are you doing?
Is it like a fan account?
It's just a silly comedian account. It doesn't really have anything. Just somebody wanted to make an account on Twitter. They named it after Will
Like,
Ferrell.
I get parody accounts, but when you just make it the same for no reason, it's just baffling. Like, I don't understand it.
Well, this one definitely seems intentionally confusing. Is that not you? Michael
That's
Jones?
I am Lindsay Jones. There's a picture of Michael. And it
See,
says
it's I am
Michael
Lindsay Jones, but the name says Michael Jones, and it's a picture of me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is the point of that?
Why does it annoy you so much?
It's just so stupid.
weird. That's weird.
It's not just.
It's weird.
It's
I
just
mean,
annoying.
Everything's weird though. I wouldn't find that annoying.
It's annoying if like there are so many people on the internet that glance at something for 5 seconds, and how many people follow that person because they think it's somebody else. That annoys me. Like, perfect example with the Lindsay Jones Twitter account. They were tweeting, I don't know, however long ago, a week ago or something like that. They're like, oh, it's my birthday today. I saw so many fucking replies. They're like, no, it's not your birthday. Because they thought it was Lindsay. It's like they think they're following Lindsay. But even when the person says today's my birthday, they're not like, oh my God, I'm following the wrong person. They're like, oh, you're crazy.
So Phil Werrell, which has a picture of Will Ferrell as the account, it has 2.8 million followers for that account. That's a
Jesus.
huge Twitter account. The first thing it says, I am not Will Ferrell. This is a parody account. What does a parody mean? Not in any way affiliated with the actor Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell has a Twitter account. He has 400,000 followers. He has
Jesus.
less followers by a magnitude of like 3 or 4 than this parody account does. So, God, it's way more than that. He's got like 8 times less followers than this dude. It's so
Pretty
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
Is he allowed to commandeer that at some point?
And like it's so funny too because there's another account called at It's Will Ferrell, and the name of the account is This Is Not Will Ferrell.
It's just,
Like,
I don't get it.
Why did you name your account It's Will Ferrell?
I like the idea of Will Ferrell being able to actually commandeer that, take the 3 million subs or 3 million followers, and see if anyone unfollows him. He's like, oh, I don't want to follow actual Will Ferrell. I wanted to
was
follow
following
this
the
parody
dude,
account.
the parody dude.
Yeah, it was way funnier than Will Ferrell.
But it's like I don't know, like who's that guy that wakes up every day and runs that account? Like who is that guy? It's like, and he has to like go to dinner parties and go, oh, I run the Twitter account that's not Will Ferrell's account. It's like, but it's me saying that it's Will Ferrell, but it's not me also saying that it's not Will Ferrell. People are
It's all
like,
very
"Oh."
clear.
And someone goes, oh, I love your work. It's great. I'm a huge fan of you.
I'm a huge Phil Werrell fan.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, what kind of satisfaction do you get in life out of that? You know what I mean?
I mean, sponsorship, probably.
You probably can get sponsored. The other thing I wish you could fucking do on Twitter, God, we're on a Twitter rant now. How'd this happen? Ever since they changed the verified accounts, PewDiePie unverified himself. I was like, why the fuck did you do that? It was kind of funny. I totally get it now because there's a whole new rash of verified accounts that are going out of their way to get verified for specific reasons, and they just follow you all day long. I get followed all day long by these verified accounts.
They look down the verified list and follow every one of them.
In order, probably, I'm probably lower than PewDiePie on their list because I have way less followers than PewDiePie does. But now I'm in this like zone where it's like 2 or 3 notifications on my phone a day, like, oh hey, Dog Show Kansas followed you. It's like, okay, what's this? And I also go to their account and I see they follow like 20,000 people. It's like an account that follows more than 3,000 or 4,000 people is not a real account. So
Yeah.
it's like they're just doing that to pump up their numbers so people will follow them back. And they do that so that they can hopefully get sponsorship from brands or something like that. I guess. I've never been approached to get a sponsorship on a tweet. before.
I don't
Not
know
on mine. On Rooster
what-
Teeth we have though.
What the number of like followers or people you can follow and actually maintain it. Like I have 200 and something, and that's like way too much.
I got like
You know what I mean?
800.
Like,
And I think 400 of them are muted.
I do like friendship follows.
see, I don't mute anybody.
I follow
I just
people's-
unfollow you.
I follow people so they can DM me. I don't actually look at my feed.
I see. That's
I
the
look
other
at,
thing
I
too.
look at my notifications.
A lot of people, I don't have like any alerts. The only alerts I have is DM. So a lot of people will go, and people that I follow will be like, "Oh, you see my tweet today?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I didn't see it." And they're like, "Well, you follow me." It's like, right, but I only use Twitter when I'm bored or like I have time to kill. I'll take my phone out. It'll be like 7 hours ago. I'll pop it, like refresh it, and then I'll scroll through it. And if I see anything on there, I'll reply to it. But sometimes I don't look at it for like 3 days.
Yeah, if I tweet more than 3 times in a day, I'm in an airplane.
Yeah.
Always. It's like that is like when I'm in an airplane and I'm bored, I get on Twitter.
yeah, or
That's
an
what I use
Uber
it for.
probably for me.
What's that?
Or an Uber.
Or an Uber? You tweet in Ubers?
Yeah.
I try to taking Ubers to me is like such a luxury that I
Good
can
for
just
replying to stuff.
yeah, because it's like I don't have to drive. I mean, you guys usually are like the rider in your cars, but it's so nice when you're in a car and you can actually do other stuff
Yeah,
besides
it
drive.
is. It's pretty great.
I almost instituted.
So why'd you shit on me my entire life for not driving?
I'm still shitting on you. You should learn to drive.
Yeah, you
fucking
should learn to
lunatic.
drive. That's okay, because Meg hit her head, and he's going to get a license to drive her around.
Right, I heard about that.
How'd
I
that
heard
go?
about that.
I was out of town.
Oh.
You were out of town a year
For
and a half
what,
ago.
3 months?
By the time I came back and was like back for an extended period, she could drive again.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Just say you didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I wasn't here. How would I do it?
I don't believe
All right,
that.
let me get a license while I'm in LA. What would I do there?
For months you were gone? For months in a row.
Don't
without
you
a
remember when I
single
was
time.
gone for ages?
I don't believe you were gone for 3 months, though. Even ages.
Look at the tape.
Oh, okay, where's the tape?
Look at the tape.
Fucking hashtag Gav tapes.
You guys have some impressive hair going on, I've noticed. Did you guys not get pulled up on stage to get your head shaved at Let's Play Live?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I'm actually going to get a haircut. I was going to do it today, but I didn't because of this. And then I'll probably do it tomorrow morning.
You need a haircut? I need a haircut. 'cause
I'm about
going
to be on camera a lot.
France next week. Yeah, you got to
So-
do it. See, you want to do it like a couple days before that, though, so you have time to get over like the newly cheap look. You know
No,
what I mean?
you're totally right. You need to cut your hair like 3 days before whatever it is that you're going to.
I like to get away with only having 2 haircuts a year, but that leaves you with like a month of crap and then maybe 2 months of good hair.
Yeah.
And then 3 months of just shaggy dog idiot.
Look at that beard, though. You can grow that beard out pretty fast, too.
Okay. He raised his
How long does it
eyebrows.
take? How long does it take you to grow that beard out?
I don't know. I mean, I just trim it down. I never like get rid of the whole thing.
You never get rid of the whole thing?
That's not true. When Meg leaves town for an extended period of time, you shave the whole thing.
Well, I mean, down
look
to
like you're
stubble.
8.
I'm not like
Because
I'm
you're
never
like,
use-
"Ooh, I
I'm
will
never
get in
using like a
trouble."
razor.
You never use a razor?
No, I just like trim it down with the electric.
Well, if you did want to use a razor, you could always use Harry's. Thanks to Harry's for sponsoring this episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast. Code Rooster. Thank you, Harry's, for being such a long-time sponsor of the podcast. I got a little Harry's set here. I'm going to steal this one. Gus isn't here, so I can take
Do
this
it.
whole Harry's set. I'm on it. They ship it directly to your house and everything. Got a little blade in here and everything. 5 blades. Go ahead.
And it would shave your face. All your facial hair fell out. Would you do it?
No, I like having a beard.
Oh, well.
I like having a beard. You're actually a guy who wears glasses when he doesn't need them, so
That's true.
yeah.
So are you, if we,
Do it. Give it.
are you going to have a beard in the second laser team then?
We'll see.
Because that was your big gripe about the first one.
That wasn't my only gripe.
Well, you said your big gripe. You didn't say your only
It
gripe.
was a pretty big gripe. Yeah. I'd like to have a beard.
But if you were,
What?
if the movie was your idea, and they were like, "Hey, shave your beard," couldn't you just be like, "No"?
We had a director. Matt Holm was our director. He's like, he told me cops have to have a clean shaven face. I'm like, look at this. I'll show you cops that don't have a clean shaven face. Look at the entire movie Super Troopers. Nobody has a clean shaven face in the whole movie. He's like, yeah, you had to have a clean shaven face. So it was a big debate. But he's our director.
I'm right there with you. He said the same thing to me.
Yeah. I'm like, well, you're a high school student. Come on.
But I had to shave my face.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you have like a little
I was
catfish
like,
mustache going?
All right, I'm good.
If
I
you
wish
grow
I
it out,
could've
how much
shaved
do you
mine.
grow?
Oh, it's not good. It's like 14-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Like peach fuzz.
That's why I think
Doesn't look good.
That's why I think it'd be funny if for a month.
Yeah, he
you
keeps
just
telling me
didn't
don't
shave
do
it.
it for a month. It looks
wanna
awful.
Yeah,
in
but that's
like
funny.
a week.
That's funny.
Come here.
No.
Ashley's
That's
here.
awful.
I'm gonna complain to Ashley because she never drives when
Oh, it's the
we're in
best.
the car.
Oh, I'm being complained at?
You're being complained at a little bit.
All right, well, fine.
Nobody can hear you.
Just fire back.
Microphone.
Just get hot fire back.
Watch out. He spilled, so it might be wet.
I spilled it.
Also, he felt like phantom wetness earlier. So
And then,
That's
he,
true.
and then he spilled
Phantom
right where
wetness?
he felt
Yeah,
it.
I thought I was wet,
No-
but I wasn't,
nobody
and then
knew
I
it was.
was.
He got up and he pointed he's got like a wet spot right near his testicles now.
who doesn't?
Man.
Am I right? So one of the things that drives me crazy is, and I like about Uber, is that I can sit in the car and I can do other stuff. Ashley, it's like in our relationship, I feel like I'm the default driver. Like today, she went out to the car first.
That's sexism.
and I came out and she was sitting in the passenger seat.
It's your car.
Good
I feel
point.
like you drive your car.
Sure, you drive that car all the time. All the time.
Right, but only if you're not driving it, because
Right. That's the point.
if you're not driving it and I have to take it somewhere, then I have to drive it.
And
But
she's
it's
just-
your car.
She's over there, guys. She's over there like this, tap, tap, tap. You hear the clicks on the phone, like tut, 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 tut. She's just having a really great
You
time.
jealous?
I am.
Yeah,
I want to institute a no phones in the car.
So
rule.
you don't. It's not that you don't want to drive. You just don't want the other person to be in their world.
Yes.
You want them to be in your.
You
world.
want him to be miserable like you.
I can't text and all
And
that
yet,
stuff.
the times that I offer to drive because he has to do a bunch of stuff, he doesn't say a word to me.
That's true. Because I
Oh.
got a bunch of stuff I'm doing back over there.
But your
So
stuff's
do I.
more
So do
important
I.
than
It's
Ashley's
internet.
stuff.
Yeah,
Internet's very important.
it is, and it's.
I have to check all the parody accounts.
What's your commute time, Michael?
It's about like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're about 15, 20 minutes, depending, and so it's like you get a lot of stuff done. You can knock out like
It's
10 emails.
This will piss you off because you doing the driving. There
Hold
are
on,
so
let me
many
get ready.
times.
Let me get ready.
Today,
All
on
right.
the way to work, I was like, all right, we're talking to Lindsay. Get in the car. She's driving. I'm like, all right, this is what we got to do today. Da-da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God, we're here. It was like, I swear to God, I looked up when we were in the parking lot. I was
It's
like,
great,
wow.
right? It's great.
It's like teleporting.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
You get sucked in.
It's like imagine if you're in a plane, Gavin, and you never have any in-flight entertainment of any kind. You just
Well,
like,
imagine if you were in the plane and the pilot
and
came
the-
out and said, "Talk to me. Put that down."
In this scenario, though, you're the pilot.
I would totally go up and talk to the pilot.
Do you think the pilot says that to the co-pilot? Like,
hey, get off your phone.
You would talk
Just
to the
hold it-
pilot
hold it
because
in
it's
case.
a pilot and it's cool. Nobody thinks the driver of a car is cool.
You do. You told me that one time. It's like, it's really manly to drive a car. Like you were excited about like the prospect of driving a car one day because girls would be really into you. 'cause-
Well, that's the high school thing, right? The girls like the older boys with the cars.
Oh, you
Well, I
got
think
your-
that's
yeah,
like
but you were
like-
28 when
Well, because I
the
never
whole-
had that. I never experienced
I think
it.
the point of the older boys with cars is that they're old enough to drive.
Yeah.
There's a big difference when you're 15 and can't drive a car yet. Once you turn like 16, 17, who gives a shit?
Well, not everyone can afford a car the moment they're 17.
Well, I
at
know,
that
but
point,
still.
though, aren't they just happy that it's probably like the college boys? It hasn't. I don't know that it has to do with a car. Although, yes, it is pretty cool if you can go parking. If you know what I mean.
Take it easy over there.
Hey,
What are you?
what's up?
What are you doing?
So is this
But
what
I've
you...
I've never gone up to an adult man and been like, "You got a car, huh?"
Well, because everyone can do it. Well, except me.
She only does that if you let her ride the passenger seat.
Well, that kind of
She
just
has
like
stuff to do.
undid your whole argument.
Your car
like, it's-
drives itself anyway. Just text.
But they won't let me. I would love to be able to do that, but they've actually kind of nerfed the auto steer on the Tesla
They nerfed it?
a little bit. Now there's a thing where it'll alert and say, "Hey, hold the wheel. Hey, hold the wheel," and then instantly says, "You don't get auto steer anymore for the rest of this thing because you didn't hold the wheel fast." enough."
Really?
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
and
Wait,
it locks
so-
you out.
You ignore it that much?
No,
Can't you just turn
it's
the
not
car
that
off?
long.
Can you just turn it off and on again?
No, you got to park the car.
What's park though? Turning the car off?
Yeah, there's like park is the same as turning it off.
Do you really not know what park on a car is?
Well, I mean, what does the car
I think-
think park is?
Probably when you put it
car
in park.
Right. So what's stopping you from doing that and then undoing it?
What is the
Because you have to come to a full stop.
Well, okay, in traffic. Boo, boop. I parked. Does that work?
Yeah, but typically you're on the freeway when you get chastised. Because I
Yeah.
would never like be in the city
So here's what you do.
without my hands on
You
the
get
Here's the
Hot
advice from the
dogs.
guy that doesn't
you get
drive.
hot
Listen.
dogs.
dogs.
Yeah, thanks,
because
Michael.
Hot dogs have capacitive. What is it? Is it like the grip? What?
I'm not really sure. It must be a little bit of schnudge when you're like when you grab the wheel and you give it a little.
All right.
That's what it
Please
notices.
Well,
Well,
Snudge the
here's
wheel.
the thing: is what if you're
Yeah, let's
wearing like driving gloves or something? It would still have to sense
What do you mean
that.
if? It's all the time.
Where-
Does
I think
Tesla make
it's a little bit of
driving gloves?
motion. I think that's what does
I
it.
don't know, but I feel like as my driver, he really should be wearing
Take
a
it easy.
uniform.
Take it easy. The other thing too in America, Gav, is that teenagers tend to get the shittiest fucking cars. We give the worst drivers on the road. We give them the worst cars.
True.
Like Ashley she drove over a mountain pass to go to high school every day, like literally over the top of a mountain, and so it would ice up, and like I guess like once a year, a kid would go off the edge.
Oh yeah, usually they lived. Usually they didn't go far off the mountain.
Crazy. But
We did have a couple cases where they didn't.
She had two 50-pound bags of rock salt because her shocks were so bad. She had them over the back tires to like hold her car down.
Okay, well that was my second car. That one was an upgrade.
Was it?
My first car I got for $200.
I had a $200 car.
It was awesome. It was wonderful.
Give
It
me
was a
that fireman.
1982 gold Dodge 400, leather roof, velour bench seats. Had to put my own boombox in it because nothing worked, and I sold that fucker to my cousin when a blinker went out because we would have had to take the steering column off to fix it.
How much did what for a blinker?
Yeah.
How much did you sell it to your cousin for?
I don't know, more than $200.
Oh, yeah,
Profit.
right. You made a profit on your
Lemon.
car.
On your own
Yeah.
cousin.
I did that.
Hey, my cousin knew about the blinker problem.
You wanted to make a profit off your cousin?
Yeah,
Sure.
Done.
absolutely,
It's business, man.
100%.
Everything else goes out the
They
window.
actually, my cousin drove it for years after that too.
Sorry, guys.
Good
I
value.
told my
Until he
mic.
drove off a cliff. It was really icy and not one of the ones that survived. Or
I just
Yeah.
I just moved my
Did not
mouth
survive.
my mic away from my mouth to
I-
burp, and I
I may or-
slammed it into Ashley's mic as hard as I could. So probably
You-
deafened a couple.
Is that what
listeners.
you argue
that
about
was-
the most then?
Driving?
We Ashley
Driving
and I
and texting
almost never argue. Would you agree with that?
she's
What do-
making a face.
what do
Is
we
it like,
argue
is that,
about?
is that true or not?
Should we? Yeah, I mean, yes.
What was the last argument that we had?
Big argument?
Yeah.
When we got eliminated from Amazing Race, and that's when we both threw our tantrums.
As soon as we got off camera, we were
Oh
both
yeah, like the second they were like, "All right, get out of here," we were like, "I'm so mad," and then fought for
Why'd you?
6 hours.
But you're in it together.
No,
at-
we
at
were
some
great
point you
the
have
entire
to have
time.
that pressure release
No, I wish
of
that
just
was on camera.
shouting at someone and being
okay.
unreasonable for a little while, and we didn't let that happen the entire race. So the second it was done, we were like, "I hate you."
No, nobody said that. And in fact, to be fair, I believe my end of the argument was, "Hey, can you stop fucking bitching about this?" I think literally that was my because she was
he
like
was,
an
he was
hour
very
straight of
mad.
complaining.
He was
Yeah.
really mad that I was upset that we got eliminated. It
She
was a weird. It was a
wanna
weird.
win.
It was a weird fucking fight.
Well,
But
the
the
stuff
thing
you
is,
were
there's
saying
no
was
good-
like you were in a weird space.
This
Like
is
you were
no
saying,
good
you
Yeah,
wish-
I was. I had just been
feel like another
eliminated in
fight's
the
coming
middle
on
of
right
fucking
now.
China in the rain after running around like an asshole for an hour.
That was my fault. That was my fault. The running around for an hour was my fault.
At least you're
We
in China.
both ran. We
That's
ran
cool.
together. We
But
ran.
literally, as a couple, if our only
look on the bright
argument in
side.
like the last 4 years is
always
the
a
time
silver
we were
lining.
eliminated from the network reality show,
I think we're doing okay.
I think we're okay. Sometimes I'm worried that we don't argue enough.
Uh-oh.
Do you and Lindsay argue?
Well, the problem is
That's
we don't get
stupid
makeup
shit.
sex
Stupid
if
shit.
we don't fight.
Today, sitting there, we're at work. I don't know, 3 o'clock. I get an alert on my phone, Verizon. It's like, hey, you use 90% of your data this month. We have 10 gigs a month, and our plan resets in the 25th. So we're exactly halfway, through the month. And I'm like, how the fuck do we have 10%? Let's open the app. Oh, she used 8.9 gigs. And I just walk up to her and I just hold her phone. I'm like, what the fuck is this? How? How?
GIFs.
How do you do it? And she's like, we'll talk later. I was like,
we'll talk later.
what does that mean? What did you do at New York Comic Con? Like just turn on YouTube, hit play, and then put your phone in your pocket the entire time you were there? I don't get it.
So that's
We
what-
live in a world and we work at a place where there's Wi-Fi everywhere. We go from our house to work, and that's the only time we don't have Wi-Fi.
Netflix,
Most convention centers, even hotels, they have Wi-Fi.
How much is Netflix over cellular data?
I watch
Yeah,
everything.
you're a
Lin-
fucking
Lindsay probably.
psychopath.
I watch
when
everything
she
over
probably
cellular.
does.
Yeah,
do.
well, yeah, but yours is unlimited.
I have unlimited, so
You keep bragging about your shitty grandfathered unlimited plan.
Yeah, isn't that more expensive than
It's
not?
more expensive. They throttle you, and also there are unlimited plans on AT&T,
what happened? I think
and they throttle you much
You got
higher.
solid.
You got
it's
me.
the accent thing. It's where he's
You
from.
got
He
me.
speaks weird.
Anyway, you're on the wrong plan.
My plan's fine. I don't get that fucking message. I get that message for literally every other person in my family. I get it for her all the time.
Oh
I get
yeah,
it for
I
JD
go over
now.
it constantly.
Do you have
JD's
everyone's
like-
account?
Data hose. Yeah.
Every
JD
time
is-
Lindsay too is like, Mom, maybe you should
JD
get more data. I'm like, maybe you should stop using so much. How about that?
That's
it's
why I
just
like-
gonna get worse if I give you more data. Then you'll blow 12. Then you blow 15. Get a hold of yourself.
I
She
got
just
a
likes the red
notification.
bar. She just likes filling it.
I had used 23 gigs. And
That's
I had,
insane.
I had like 5 days left.
That is fucking insane.
because I'm unlimited. I never get on Wi-Fi. I think Wi-Fi is fucking slower than LTE. I swear it is sometimes.
In some places
it is sometimes.
it is.
That's totally right. I mean,
I will drop off Wi-Fi to get a better
I'll drop
connection.
it off if I'm like trying to refresh a website or something and it's pissing me off, or I'm trying to use an app like American Airlines or something, or trying to check my flight and it's running slow, I'll use it. I've never turned it off to watch a video. Like, I'm gonna watch a movie. Get that Wi-Fi out of here. That's crazy.
That's what I like about me and Turney is that we don't share anything, so there's no arguments to be had about.
You have your
that
own
stuff.
data? Oh, you not in your house though. You guys use the same connection, and like you don't have your own TVs.
Our own TVs, yeah.
You have your own TVs? Like what? You don't share anything?
There's 2 TVs in their bedroom, and
Sure,
there's
Meg's
a wall
car.
in the middle of it.
Yeah. Do you guys have separate bedrooms? Do
No.
you have like I Love Lucy beds?
I mean, we don't share like stuff that costs money. Like she can't spend my money by being a lunatic and watching videos on cellular.
She can run up your electric bill.
It's true.
Do you make her pay
crank that
electric?
AC?
No, I pay that.
You pay the electric, right?
Well, it's my house. I mean,
I know. I'm just asking. I'm not throwing accusations or anything. So like, do you walk around going, "Hey, Turney, would you shut off the lights?"
I've done that before.
Yeah?
Not usually if she's going out of town, and I'll be like, "You left all the lights on upstairs."
Ooh, wow, that sounds rough. Oh, God, you guys.
What do you
you
do
guys
with all
okay?
those?
I'm looking at this right
Don't-
now.
Aren't
10
all your lights LED?
So
of
yeah,
the
but
last
it's still
5
a waste.
billion
It's a
hours.
waste.
Just because it's like a cost efficient bulb, you don't want to leave it on all night, do you?
So if Meg leaves the lights on when she's out of town, that means she leaves the lights on 7 days a week. Because as far as I know, Meg is like she's out of town constantly now.
Yeah,
I-
that's another reason why we never fight is that you have to be near someone to fight with them.
That's not true.
What percentage of the time
you
you
fight
think
over text, over the phone?
Okay, well,
Of course.
Okay, tonight she gets back from New York. Tomorrow I leave for Vegas.
So you guys are apart a lot.
Yeah,
She gets back when?
tonight.
So you guys have one night together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that sounds awesome. Dan's in town.
fuck Dan. Get Dan out of there. Just send Dan to a bar. He'll find another place to stay.
Dan,
for
in
the night.
fact, Dan is at your house waiting for Meg to come home.
That's true.
Because you were talking to him before, and you're like, "I'll tell Turney," and so she doesn't walk in with you and your dick out.
Sucks when your dad's hanging around when you want.
Dan likes to
when you want to just have quality time with the girl.
Dan likes to get his balls out a lot.
Just out.
Yeah, he had
Just his balls,
Just,
or
right, he leaves the rest all tucked away. But
yeah, he did a thing where he took pictures of him putting his balls on my stuff.
You know, it's so weird. And like Meg's dealt with that before because she's worked places where like she talked about a guy that would get his balls out on a
Yeah.
regular basis at work. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
I was at the office when
That's
he pulled out his
crazy.
testicles and smeared them on the window. It was hilarious.
That's fucking lunacy.
I will say that's
feel like if
lunacy, but to be fair, Jeff and I have both done that to you.
Yeah,
You got your balls out and put them on Gavin?
No,
I
Jeff
put them on him.
Yeah. Well, Michael
just
likes
near
to,
him?
if Jeff does something to me, Michael likes to get in on it.
That's
like
fun.
if Jeff farts on me, Michael will throw a few my way. Jeff bat-winged me, so he stretched out his scrotal skin.
wait,
This-
what's
this
a
was-
bat wing?
That's
Well,
when you pull your scrotum out. You
it's
stretch
when you
it.
you grab the skin and you stretch it out. So this is great. This was when
And he
we were.
smeared his
Of course.
bat
This
wing.
is
Of
when
course
we
it is.
were in your office now, like in stage 5. There's the door leading to the room that was Gavin's office.
So I'm
And there was
having a phone call.
There was
you know.
a glass
The one
window
that,
on it.
Yeah, I sit next to that.
Right.
Okay.
So Gavin was. Well, you were on a conference call.
I said he was annoyed because I wasn't going to be in a video. Well, the video was going to start late because I had an important call. So Jeff, obviously haven't had a few, would
Obviously.
Of course.
It's a
yeah,
work
he'd
day.
either like bash on the door or like fling stuff into me or like get his testicles out.
He-
And then at one point, after I was like, "This is important call, get off me with your scrotum," then Michael and Jeff
Well,
came in.
first he went in and he was trying to attack you with his scrotum, and you literally Gavin shoved him. Gavin is super non-confrontational. He'll just leave. He'll walk away. But he couldn't go anywhere.
I
'cause
had
he was
to look
in
at the thing.
call.
It was a storyboard thing, so I was like looking.
So
referencing
Gavin's
the thing.
violently shoving him out of the door. He shoves him out and he closes the door. So then Jeff starts putting his balls on the glass and bat-winging Gavin. And he's like, "God, stop." I think we waited till you were done with the call. I don't remember because there was no testicles on video, but he walked in afterwards. You're sitting in your chair at your desk, and he was on your left and I was on your right, and he bat-winged you, and you were looking and you're like, "Oh," and you turned to your right, and then I hit you on the right, and you're like, "Oh," and you're just going like this in between us.
And now
How is this a workplace?
Now I do slow-mo at home.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I have a home office for that.
I know
now.
where you live.
I'm
You've
not
lost
sure-
your privileges.
What can
Michael.
girls even do
fine.
that's an equivalent of that? I mean, it's like you can't
Flap wing.
go getting your tits out at them because that's not a punishment for anybody.
Well,
What do you,
yeah.
do you have to like just like
let's-
walk up and snail trail
I
somebody?
don't know.
How does that even work?
See, I don't know because most girls are like into that shit. They're like, oh, check this out. Look at this. Touch this. Push that.
Did you guys see the sequel to Neighbors, the Seth Rogen frat movie with
Yeah.
Zac Efron?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I saw a part of it, and then I went on the treadmill and left you because I wanted to watch the full thing.
Yeah.
The bit where he's in the car.
No, there's a bit where they like their house is getting pelted with stuff, and it's turns out it's used tampons, and they're throwing them at the windows and everything. And Zac Efron's like, "That was fucking hilarious. Where'd you get the fake blood?" And what's her name? Chloe.
Chloe Grace
Grace
Moretz.
Moretz.
Yeah, she's like, "What fake blood? What are you talking about?" He's like, "What's wrong with you people?
Yeah.
What happened to you?"
There's this thing that Lindsay always, like, it's one of the oldest stories I remember her talking about. I think it was a video that she saw, but it was two girls getting into, like, a fight, just, like, hair pulling and grabbing, and one girl pulled out her tampon and just
ahead.
started hitting the other girl with
Holy
it
shit.
in the fight. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
Wild.
equivalent for that for guys.
Wild.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't get your dick out and start beating on a guy in a fight. With
Not
your
like
dick.
in an, yeah, I'm gonna take this. You know what I mean? Like,
Just imagine all the possibilities for war paint, though.
Oh
like you
my
got your own
God.
supply. Just,
Jesus.
Yikes.
I think that would attract bugs.
oh, I'm sure it would. It would. You know, I've heard that they actually used to use period blood for. You know, we can just stop this.
No, what do they use it
no,
for?
now you brought it up.
You're deep here.
I believe it was a Aboriginal medicinal thing. They'd use it to
Interesting.
try to disinfect wounds.
Really?
I read
With
that
human
in a
waste.
book called Walkabout.
Walk about the book.
Yes.
I learned a trick recently. I think it was Josh Flanagan told me that there's an urban legend that apparently does actually work, where soldiers in the field will eat the heads of matches to ward off mosquitoes. And if you do that for a certain amount of time, people who actually come back to the U.S., they don't get bitten by mosquitoes if they were in the military because they ate so many match heads.
Is that why you eat match heads now?
Do I eat match heads? No, but I would because I fucking hate mosquitoes now.
Wouldn't they
What is the correlation there?
To what?
The sulfur, I guess?
to just change
not
your?
getting bit by mosquitoes.
I think, why am I telling this fucking
I was
story?
like, oh, what do you mean? Oh, I don't know. The eating match heads part.
I think it's the sulfur. I think it's the sulfur,
Weird.
like it emanates from your pores, and the mosquitoes are like, nah.
Interesting.
Dude, I got this thing now. I don't know what the fucking deal is, where mosquitoes bite me on the top of my feet.
Yeah, I've had that.
It's like the skin is like razor thin there. It's just
Yeah.
like
It's
it's
probably
like skin and
a
bone.
really hot part of you.
Which is, I think it's easy access to those blood
I think
vessels.
it's hot. Tops of your feet? Oh, yeah.
Super
no,
hot.
they're gross. Especially dudes' feet are disgusting.
All those
They're
metatarsals.
gross as shit.
Feet in general
Just
are very
saying.
utilitarian. Everyone's got like fucked up
never said-
toes. Because people break their toes all the time, don't they?
Yeah, supposedly.
There's, like,
Ingrown
nothing you can do
toenails,
about it.
infections, goo.
I think a pinky toe over time is doomed to fail. Like, it gets jammed in a shoe so much, like a pinky toe is eventually just going to like curve in or get messed up.
My feet towards the outer toes are all just like curled under.
What do you mean? Like under each other or in?
No, they just like it's like they've just kind of gone rounded like this. I think from
Are you
wearing
are
shitty
you
shoes.
part back?
Oh wow.
I wish, because then I could grip all kinds
She
of
sleeps on a
branches
pole
and
hanging upside down
hang
like
upside
that.
down and be
My
fucking
my
radical.
my pinky toe is almost like completely under my other toe
There you
next
go.
to it.
See, pinky toes are doomed to fail.
You know what I mean? But it's fine though.
It's
my,
fine.
My pinky toe is just next to the other toe. just
No,
like a
mine
normal toe.
definitely like if it was your hand, it's kind of like behind it like a little bit like that.
San Francisco
Yeah.
49ers used to have a safety. His name is Ronnie Lott, and he kept breaking his pinky finger on his hand. He broke it like a number of times, and he went to the doctor, and they're like, "Yeah, you broke it again. We're going to split it for a few weeks." He goes, "Cut it off. Get rid of it. Cut off his finger." Because he just didn't want to deal with breaking it
lost.
anymore.
Tape
did
it to the other one.
Did he immediately start breaking his ring finger?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like,
That's
at that point.
He's working his way down the line.
Be more careful. Don't cut your fingers off.
He ends up with just like a stump here because he keeps cutting everything off.
Wouldn't that
That's
fuck with your
wild.
ability to grip?
Yeah, I would
that
think
doesn't
so.
seem all that well thought out.
That's okay. They just traded him to the Jets. Hey, am I right, Michael?
Yeah. Oh.
Once he loses his
Sports.
finger.
Yeah.
You're not a Jets fan? You didn't grow up around there being a Jets fan or anything?
Giants.
Oh,
I don't
Giants
give a
fan.
crap, but my father.
Well, they
is
were
a
the
Giants fan.
New Jersey Giants, right?
New York Giants. They're New York Giants, but they're based in New Jersey.
Yeah.
They're like their stadiums
Meadowlands?
in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Growing up, was your dad annoyed that you weren't more into sports?
Nah, I didn't care.
Oh. Was one of your other brothers into sports?
Not really. My oldest brother a little bit. Not really. Like I watched football with my dad and I went to a few games with him. I didn't really, it was fun to go. I went to a couple football games. It was fun. I've been to Giants Stadium, but He watched it like religiously every single week. But he was like a Giants fan. He didn't watch anybody else. He didn't give a shit if anybody else was playing. He would just watch that. But he didn't watch baseball. He didn't watch anything except for football. My oldest brother was a big hockey fan because he played hockey when he was a teenager.
I'm amazed at my friends from college who like still go ape shit and go to every fucking Longhorns game and everything. It's like it's been like 15, 20 years. It's like what's gonna happen in a football game at this point? I love sports too, but it's like I feel like I've seen every iteration. It's like, oh shit, the team was losing and then they didn't lose? That's fucking amazing.
I think Lindsay said in her 4 years at UT, she never went to a single game.
Dude, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like I did it for like 7 fucking years, and then it's like, okay, that's enough.
You took me to my first UT game, and we went to a tailgate, and that was your friends from college. And then we left halfway through the game because all the people in the crowd just spent all their time hating UT. It was really weird. Weird fans. They just went to like hate their own team.
Football.
Ashley, can I tell you a story about you? We're going to go out in the middle of the night to go watch this rugby game?
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were going to go watch this rugby game. There's a big championship. She's from Australia. She lived there for a while. We're going to go out, and I found this bar. We're going to go out in the middle of the night and go to this fucking rugby game, this big championship, national championship. And I think we're on our way to the bar, and I'm like, yeah, this will be really cool. I never watch rugby games. She goes, yeah, it's really cool. I used to date the captain of one of the national teams who's going to be playing tonight. I'm like, we're going home. We went back. I was like, I'm not going to fucking watch this guy
You turned
play.
around?
I forget what it was. It was like the plans fell through.
We ended up somewhere else.
The
It's
plans
fine.
fell through. Let's put it that way.
Because you decided
When I
they should
said
fall
no.
through immediately.
I think it might be over dramatizing the fact that we were on our way there at the time. I think I found that out like 3 or 4 days beforehand. I was like, all right, let's just delete that from the calendar. Let's not do that.
You're scrambling for other stuff to do that night?
So I want to talk about the streamies in a second, but before we talk about that, I want to talk about this restaurant that we went to. Gavin is an old man now. We went to a restaurant, and Gavin was like, we had to leave because the restaurant was too loud.
We
Well,
did.
it's not that I'm an old man. I never like loud restaurants. I don't like live music.
I don't like yelling at people that I'm with.
I don't want to scream it. Yeah,
We really shouldn't be in Austin.
we really shouldn't.
We really should not be here.
I've always hated it. The thing is now, I just don't have the patience for it anymore. Like before, would have happily sat through an entire meal where I can't hear anything or say anything. But now, even though we already ordered drinks, it was like, I mean, we're going to pay for the drinks and let's leave.
Michael, I had the pina colada.
Yeah?
I feel like part of
Is it
that,
good?
though, is that, like,
Love
we're
pina
adults now
coladas.
and we like the people that we're having dinner with.
Yeah.
And we'd like to be able to hear them and not just hear ourselves.
Yeah, I don't want to have to like spit on someone.
Basically,
to talk to them.
fuck youth.
I'm
What's
always
that
convinced
like?
I'm spitting on people when I'm yelling at them. I'm convinced I'm like a little.
Oh, it
fleck,
happens.
Little fleck is gonna go.
Yeah.
you
Michael
know?
knows.
It
Laying in
happens.
somebody's mouth too. That's the worst.
I try not to
Yeah,
go
that's-
in their
That's
mouth.
just like
but-
long distance kissing, really. If you
It's
think about
like-
it.
that's like a 3-pointer kiss, is what that is. You know what the solution though for a loud restaurant is? In
Leave?
my mind, no. You should just cook for yourself at home. Not all ingredients are created equal. Fresh, high-quality ingredients taste better and are better for you. Blue Apron, a better way to cook, and you can control the volume of the live music in your own house
Yeah?
if you want to.
Love
was a
Blue
nightmare.
Apron. It's
Alexa,
delicious.
volume 7.
There you go.
I looked up my Blue Apron right now that I'm getting tomorrow.
What are you getting?
Smoky pork burgers and barbecue roasted chicken.
That smells.
Every Tuesday.
That smells
So
good.
we're
That
coming.
smells delicious from here. I can smell it already.
That smells wonderful, Michael.
We'll be right over.
Well, I mean, there's not that much.
You do it for, is it for 2 people? Oh, you got
Well,
Andy.
we have to feed Andy too. So you know.
God, what a nightmare. When does he get in his own place?
That's a great question.
Does Andy have his own car?
Yeah,
Get fucked.
Does
Gavin.
Andy make you want to have kids more or less?
it's irrelevant. I don't.
Everyone talk about Andy like he's some like 7-year-old.
He is, dude. He's been living at my house like 7 months already.
Is that true?
Yeah,
That's a long time
it's
to
a
have
long
a
time.
roommate.
I think he's been there since March or April. But it's great having the house because it's just
But
like
surely you could never have your kit off.
fuck off. Well, I mean, in my bedroom, I can.
Right, but if you can't walk around the entire house naked to stake your claim, is it really your house?
Yes, I pay the goddamn bills.
Amen, brother. That's it. Walk around naked. If you
Yeah,
want
I
to.
mean, I could. I prefer not to. But it is nice when he's gone. The nudity increases if he's like home for the weekend or something like that. But he'll get out soon.
This one, she gets home. It's like a clothes explosion.
Yep.
It's like
same thing with Lindsay.
It's just like hits
Walks
that
in the
door,
door. Yep.
trail of clothes wherever
Yep.
she's going.
That must have been a
Everything's off.
nightmare at
It's
that hotel.
amazing. Like 20 seconds
my
and you're
God.
just like, oh, yeah. There's nothing as good for a lady.
Is taking off that
Gentlemen,
underwire?
we like you a whole bunch and you do some very nice things to us, but there's nothing as nice as taking off your bra.
Yeah, it's nice to take off your bra.
I'm fine with it.
I would agree. That's also for guys. It's pretty cool. It's awesome.
I mean, it's impressive. Where you walk in the door, it's like, oh, and you're nude. What?
Yeah, boosh.
Yeah.
It's just like everything goes off.
And for me, I see, as you said, you did not put all your clothes in a pile yet. Like it's there and there and there and there. Did you have to like fling it in every direction?
Yeah.
Like Gavin just saying, we were in.
How was the bra before the shirt too? It's like in the pile here. Like in
Oh
the,
yeah,
in the
it doesn't
trail.
make any sense.
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
things are out of order.
The jacket is last. Lindsay was at New York Comic Con, and I came into town for Let's Play Live. She was there on Wednesday. I got there on Friday, but they were like right next to each other. So I was just staying in her hotel room, so I didn't have to check in. I get there, and it was a pretty small room. I walk in, literally every single fucking inch of the floor is covered with clothes, and I'm just like, why? Every time we travel, I should like post it. I do catalog it. I take a picture of my suitcase after like 2 days. Fine, whatever, day one, whatever. But after you've been somewhere for like 2 or 3 days, I'll have my suitcase open, all my clean clothes in it, all my dirty clothes in a neat pile right next to the suitcase. Lindsay, it's like fucking chaos.
Yep.
It's just like you packed the bag, you folded everything when you packed it, we got to the hotel, and then you went like this, and this threw it all over the room. It's like, where's that one thing I need?
The bathroom's
it's
even
insanity.
worse.
It's insanity.
Like the amount of stuff that Ashley can set up in the bathroom, it's almost like she brings her cosmetics bag
So
into
proud
the
as well.
bathroom, and instead of unpacking it, she just like pulls the pin on a hand grenade, puts it in, and then just like leaves the room, and then it's just boom, everything's everywhere. There's like stuff like makeup
fucking
in the
wild.
shower. It's like, what's the purpose of this? That it's in there.
I feel like, you know that thing when you time lapse them changing the set and it happened too fast? I
Yeah.
feel like if you were to time lapse the room, it would also be too fast. You wouldn't get the
It'd be
detail
like a
of stuff coming
40-second
out.
time
It'd be like
lapse.
everything's out already.
And here's the crazy thing is, she unpacks everything. She puts stuff everywhere. She never forgets anything in a hotel room.
It's
I
because
forget
it's a
stuff
system.
constantly
It
in
is
a hotel
system.
room.
That's
It's-
actually
it
pretty
doesn't
good.
look like a system. It's one of those things where it's like, I know exactly what this pile is. If you can ask me to find something, and I'll be like, I know where that is. And I will go and I'll get under 3 layers of something, and I will find that fucking thing. I know exactly where
And
it
I
is.
guess if you have to repack the entire suitcase,
Which you do
can't,
anyway.
You can't forget anything because you're literally dealing with everything. If you're just packing stuff from stuff you remember, you might forget something.
It always
If I-
amazes me when you're walking down the hallway and you kind of look into other people's hotel rooms, and it's a fucking nightmare. Like what people do in hotel rooms. Like there's always bottles everywhere and just food and all this stuff, just like tons of stuff. I was just like, I couldn't be in a hotel room with all that stuff around me all the time. Would drive me fucking crazy.
It's wild what people leave for the room service to
It
clean
is
up. You know what I
crazy.
mean? Like I am so anal.
Yep.
You know, we just went to the hotel and there was I don't know, I had like a few days worth of food and stuff. But it's like,
You leave your anal stuff for the hotel room to clean up?
yes. I provide the anal for them so they don't have to worry about it. But it's like I had every single piece of garbage I had. Like I bag everything.
Yep.
I put it all in the garbage can. Literally the only thing that was left in the room when I walked out was a plastic container from a cheeseburger because it was too big to fit in the garbage can. And I took out a tray table, put the tray table on the bed and put that on there. Like, please dispose of this.
Right.
Everything else was smashed into one garbage can. Like, I'm so sorry. Please come in my room and take this garbage.
Right.
That's it. I can't fathom people that just leave shit everywhere. Even bottles. You know, we Lindsay, Barbara, and I went to Germany for Kenichi a couple weeks ago, and the staff from Kenichi they gave us like beer, like Oktoberfest beer in our room.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
awesome. They left us like 2 6-packs because Lindsay and I were in the same room. So we plowed through like 8 or 9 of those, and every day we
and
had
6-packs.
every day every time we had 1 or 2, I literally rinsed them out like 3 times, washed it all down the drain, and then I put all the beer bottles back in the like 6-pack thing and would just leave it there for them. So all they gotta do is come and take it. There's not beer everywhere. It doesn't
smell.
stink.
Yep.
There's no dregs in the bottom. It's like, just fucking wash it out. Like they're already coming in your room and taking all your garbage away. Clean it up. I hate the idea of like, just fucking leave it everywhere. They'll do it. It's wild. Just clean up after yourself.
You're probably the dream customer of anyone who works in a hotel.
I would imagine, and I always tip the room service, which people don't do.
It's usually included. Usually says on the thing.
Tip.
That's extra tip.
I made a classic mistake. I let Ashley in on a guy thing that now she knows about. Like she talks about the underwire, where women just like to take their bra off and let loose. I explained to her how when you have to adjust downstairs sometimes, There's a lot of different ways you can go about doing that, and like
Sure.
the last resort is usually by hand.
Right.
That's usually last resort.
Like hand on penis and
Yeah.
testicles.
And sometimes you can just do it by taking like a wide step,
Yep.
or like you step a little bit to your right if you hang to
It's
the
like
right.
plate tectonics.
Exactly. So you just like step that. So she calls me on it every time in public now when she sees me taking a weird step. She's like,
Oh, it's
"What you got?"
lucky when you see someone go like, and then like sidestep and continue on. Like, I know exactly what just happened. Like, your balls are unstuck. That's
Yeah.
how close we are.
They get mashed up.
That's
It
the bat wing
happens.
thing too. Is the bat wing is like it's like a bat wing, that thin bat wing stuck to your leg. That's what it is. That's why the guys want shave out there. It's like the whole bat wing thing.
You don't want it to feel like a Brillo pad.
No.
That seems like a rough area to shave. I've mostly just
not
heard
great.
of guys waxing there because then
Christ,
the,
what?
That's fucking
oh my
insanity.
god,
That's
no, you
way
haven't
worse.
heard about how guys wax? It's like an egg too, where they get this hardened wax, so it hardens up and then they just crack it like an egg.
Bullshit.
And pull
What
What
everything
are
out.
you on about?
No, you
That's
ask.
locker room talk.
You ask the internet. I know that's a variety of. It's like you can get
So
like
what, you-
those back crack and sack wax
you what, you like
combinations.
leaning
Back crack
back?
and sack wax?
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Damn.
But so what?
That's
You have
what
to
I
like
get.
have your knees at your head and you're cracking an egg into your gooch. How's that
I
work?
mean, this is for guys.
I know.
That's
No,
guys
it's,
have
put
it
it on.
it's like you. I
Wax
think it goes on
balls
and it
crack
hardens.
like an egg.
It hardens and then you crack it off and then it pulls all the hair with it.
That sounds incredibly painful.
It's waxing. Of course, it's incredibly painful.
Fuck that! Don't do it.
Here's the thing. You know what's worse than genitals? Well, I can't speak to balls because I've never had my balls done. But what's even worse is actually the skin right here. That's
Yeah.
the worst part to wax because
Interesting.
there's no fat to insulate
Where's this?
right here.
What, you just like waxing bone?
Really?
This for me, this hurts worse than getting my cooch done.
Well, it sounds like where we get tattoos, wherever it's like skin and then bone is a nightmare.
Or like
basically.
joints. Like this is fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like right in here, it's all just like
I couldn't even
there's
imagine.
no
that.
there's like the back of the arm, great.
Yeah?
It's just like drawn on paper.
Hey,
You know, it's
Michael,
like,
that's a really sweet tattoo on your right arm. What is that?
fuck you.
Wow. What were you gonna say about the streamies?
I got some comments here. By the way, I want to know in the journal if there's any story. We're about half an hour from the end. Is there anything we started to talk about and then didn't talk about? Because I know that's a hot topic whenever we finish the podcast. So let me know in the comments on my journal if there's anything we didn't finish talking about. The audience would like to know, how did Dan feel about not being present when the Streamy was won for Slow-Mo Guys for cinematography?
He didn't care.
You didn't care?
Huh.
I can't imagine that would be a discussion you guys would even have.
I don't bring Dan over unless we're gonna film. Like it's a waste of a flight to not get something out of it. You know.
Right.
Winning an award is great.
Great
but-
promotion.
But he still won the award.
Well, plus
Correct.
I imagine for Dan flying. So what's a direct flight like L.A. to London?
12 hours.
Yeah, flying 12 hours for a 2 to 3 hour thing.
And you're really just
Is
throwing an
not a lot.
appearance to the people there. I mean, he still can say he won that award, that cinematography award. Of
Also,
a camera
they-
that he doesn't know how to work.
It's not like they fed you.
What?
They
No.
didn't feed anybody.
No, they gave us at the Streamies, they gave us a full place setting. Plates, silverware, everything, but there was no food.
What?
There were some
It was
cookies
really weird.
in the
Oh.
middle on a plate, and you could grab a cookie,
There-
but you don't need like
Fork and knife?
3 saucers for a cookie.
It was the illusion of a grand banquet. Also, we won the award at the other one, which actually did have food.
the
Do-
YouTube
but
space one.
Yeah.
Is that the one where there's no tables though? It's just like standing room only, and they bring you up on a little stage and. And then
It was
you take all
outside,
your
so
clothes
everyone sat on like the tiered seating outside,
Yeah.
which was just like ledges, but it was actually a lot better than the main awards.
Well, we did not win, obviously, the Channel of the Year award because we didn't campaign for it. And we said specifically we weren't going to campaign for it. Barbara said we might tweet about it once. I don't think we even tweeted about it. I think I mentioned it on the podcast that we weren't going to be asking people to vote. It was actually, I had a whole segment of the vlog dedicated to that, talking about how when these things come up, we do actually talk about them. Like, do we want to do it or don't we? And I want to make sure that people understand, the audience especially, that we really value their time. And when we ask them to do things, it's not just, oh, this came up, guys, go do this. Now this came up, now go do that. It's like we look at stuff and say, is this worth their time? Are we asking for too much stuff? And we know we've been like, the big thing this year is we're just trying to people to realize like all the cool stuff we have in the first program, but then we also have Extra Life coming up too. And that's something that can be like really impactful for what we're doing. And 2016 has been a great year with stuff like Day 5 and Crunch Time and Let's Play Live and the documentary series and everything else. And Laser Team was at the start of the year.
Camp?
Camp. Just a lot of amazing stuff. And it would be really cool to like win for, this year, because I think it's been a great year for us. Probably the best year in the history of Rooster Teeth, in my opinion. But at the same time, it's like we don't have anything going on like laser team casting where that's going to help us, where we say, oh, these guys just won Channel of the Year. You should read their script and see if you want to be in their movie. We don't really have that. So it didn't seem like it was really all that important for us to push for the award. That being said, next year, we're gonna push like as soon as the thing starts, because like sitting in the auditorium was like, maybe we should have tried harder.
Yes. We just, I don't know. It's just
It's
a lot of filler.
asking for
it's
people
a
to
weird
vote.
system
is just,
as well, because it's one of those things where people can vote like 100 times a day, and in order to vote you have to tweet.
Yeah,
Like,
so people are
it's a
tweeting
tweet.
100
So-
times in a day.
So
that
you're
they voted
basically
for
getting
whomever.
a bunch of people to spam all of their followers. So
You're
it's,
basically ruining the internet.
Which is weird
for
because
your
they
viewers.
didn't say as part of the broadcast, like, oh, there was over 8 million tweets about this, which is usually the reason why they do that kind of a thing, is because they want to have the big number for how many people tweeted about it. But they didn't do it. Next year, though, we'll push for it.
All right, let's do it. I had fun at the awards. It's always nice seeing people that you don't see very often. Also, I really like the Day 5 cast. I never really saw them before.
Yeah,
they're
but
lovely. I'd never
I
had
love
a chance
Walker.
to meet them.
He's funny as knobs. And,
he's great.
They're all really nice. I had fun just chatting to him.
How do you zoom the screen in on a Windows machine? see.
I think it's Control Plus or Windows Plus.
Got it. Thank you. That
You're
was
welcome.
it. You nailed it.
Thanks.
All right.
I mean,
Anything
you're
else?
Just like a Mac. So the exact same thing.
I honestly I can't use a Mac. It's like a foreign language to me. Just that one extra, instead of Windows, it's
The Apple key.
command. It's whatever it is. Like the difference
It's the
in
exact same
hotkeys
thing
fucks
as the
me up.
Windows key.
Well, Windows uses Control as that function.
I
which
mean,
is
but
on
it's
the
still the
outside.
same thing. It's just an extra button, right?
Yeah, but it's just Control C is in a different spot to Apple C.
It's true. It's in a different spot.
Yeah.
But it's pretty easily identifiable if you look at it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's the Windows button and there's the Mac button.
Yeah. Fair play.
But I get, if you're stuck on one platform. I mean, I've had an iPhone for the last 3, I guess going on 4 years. I had an LG chocolate before that for 7 years. And,
I met you when you had an LG chocolate. That's
I had
insane.
Here's
to me.
here's the insane part, right? You think it's insane that I had an LG chocolate when I started working at Rooster Teeth. Okay, I started working at Rooster Teeth August 2011. The insane part is I had that LG chocolate until January of 2013 while working here.
That's fucking
I had that
crazy.
almost a year and a half, and I think about it now, and I have no idea how I did that. Like, it blows my fucking mind.
I mean, the rest of us had iPhone 3s at that point in time, or 4s.
Yeah,
And
like I
you're
said,
rocking the LG chocolate.
I got an iPhone 5. Was it 5 or 5S? I guess 5 was the first iPhone I ever got.
Crazy.
But I've had that for almost 4 years now. I'm pretty familiar with it. I like it. I like the iOS. I like how easy it is to use. I go home. My mother, she's got like an older phone from my brother, but still a smartphone. But it's an Android. Fucking don't know anything about it. Like, I'm like, here, I'll figure it out, because she never knows what she's doing. She's like, hey, can you set this up for me? Can you do this for me? I grab it and I'm like, I don't know what any of this is. What is
Yeah.
this? It's like a totally different language.
Yeah.
When you don't use it.
I will say this, though. I got the iPhone 7. I got my iPhone 7
What do you think of it?
Plus, which finally came in. It might be the least upgrade of an upgrade phone that I've ever had.
Yeah, but the whole phone shakes.
It's almost identical to the last one.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Well,
like, I don't know why I
Did
upgraded.
you both have the 6S?
Well, so I had a 6 Plus, then I broke it, and I went, when they put out the 6S, I went from a Plus to a regular size, and I regretted moving down in size.
Well, I feel like Gavin said that, where there's not a lot of features.
Take it easy,
Going from
Ashley.
the S to the
Ashley's making
7,
looks.
but going from the 6 to the 7, I feel like it's a pretty decent jump. Waiting the 2 years, maybe it's not that much in a year. Like, I found myself describing to Gavin a lot of things because I got the.
Oh, yeah, you were
in
listing
in
features,
a
I was
crazy
like-
psychotic twist. I got my iPhone 7 before Gavin did, and I fucking gloated about it like for a while, as much as humanly possible.
Nice. Came back to haunt you with the Gears of War thing, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Little karma.
But
Little karma.
But I would say 85% of the features, like, I can do this now. He's like, yeah, 6S has that. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, it has that too? Oh. Well, I didn't have any of this. I have no idea.
The problem was, too, is that I upgraded to the new iOS before I got my 7. So it really does feel like the exact same phone. Like, if
see,
you-
I waited too.
Yeah.
I never upgraded because it was like the iOS came out and I was getting my phone in like 10 days. Plus, I was going to Germany. So I was going to get it like 2 days after I got back. So I just got the new iOS with the new phone. Again, so to me, the new iOS is the new phone. I'm like, look at what it can do. And Gavin's like, yeah, I could do all that already.
Yeah, we've known for I think 18 months that this phone wasn't going to be a big one. The next one will be the big one. So that's the reason they did.
But the S's are never the big one.
But this isn't an S.
It's like no. But
It's a better
it's like
version.
isn't the S usually like we fixed the things that were wrong with the last
Yeah,
one?
usually
It's
it's
the
like
real phone.
Yeah, but this one isn't the S, which is why it's flipped. Because usually the 7 would be the big change. Yet it isn't.
Yeah.
The 8 or the 7S will be called the 8, and it will be that one that's called the new
Are they
feature.
not
I
doing the
don't-
7S?
if-
I don't think so, and that's
just
why
going
they
right to 8?
changed the physical appearance so much on this, is so it feels more like a new product when it really isn't.
It really isn't.
Honestly,
got a
if
different lens on it.
if my library,
This is
like if
design
all my
flaw.
content or if all my media
to
and
offset 'em.
my licenses for everything weren't tied to iOS, I'd probably have switched within like a week of getting the 7, because I don't care enough about the improvements, and I continue to be fucked off about the phone jack.
To me, it's just
Yeah, your
iMessage.
phone
She's
jack.
really pissed about the
I've already
phone jack.
been
That's
annoyed
because
that I
my
can't
phone
charge
is
and listen.
black, my headphones are black, and I have this little white fucking thing in the middle.
All right, that's a silly reason to be annoyed by it, but sure.
I'm like, it's because
Color
if I'm-
coordination?
Absolutely. It's only white
I have no
because
comment.
at some point in time, Apple was like, white is the nice color. And they made fucking everything in white. Now it's not. It's all in black except for this goddamn dongle.
They've never made a white iPhone, though. Have they?
It's not true.
Have
they
they
have.
made a white iPhone? Mm-hmm. What was the last white iPhone?
iPhone 4?
Okay. Because they have
But the last
space
one?
gray and they have silver.
But they've done
iPhone
it with like
4S.
their those stupid little pod headphones, everything. All their accessories are white.
Well, somebody made a good point that the original marketing for the iPod that they became really well known for was the white headphones with the silhouettes dancing around. Now there's just like that white cord wouldn't exist.
Oh,
Because- yeah.
this
Yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those commercials. I remember being like, "That's the future." T9. I just saw a Oh fuck! Did I spell this right? What spell? I remember being like, spell
Comerica.
check.
I think there was a
What?
thing when they announced the iPhone 4 where they were like, oh, yeah, we'll do it in black and white. But the white one didn't come out for like 6 months.
No.
There was an issue with it, and they just were really quiet about it and eventually like slid it out. But it was like end of cycle at that point.
I can guarantee when they put out Xboxes and they switch between white and black, like when they put a new one out, like the new Xbox S is white. Whenever they put out a white one, I want a black one. And whenever they
Yep.
put out a black one, I want a white
They
one.
know.
I don't know how I'm like off sync with them, but it seems like every single time. Also, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to activate people's devices at home. But when you say they added Cornata to the
Cornetto, yeah.
It's
to the Xbox, it's awful. You say like, "Hey Cornata, turn off the Xbox," and then it's like it used to be just like Xbox turn off, and that was the way it worked.
Yeah.
And now it's like you got to talk to Cortana first.
Well, you can turn it
You
off.
can turn it off.
Can you? I'm doing
It's
it.
in the settings. You can
doing
be
it.
like, turn
and
this
it'll-
shit off.
Wait, and
Everyone-
then will it just go back to normal voice commands?
Yep.
Oh, thank
You
God.
talk about dongles, man.
Yep.
that connection for the Connect to the S
Oh,
is like
God.
4 breakout
Oh, God.
boxes.
Oh, do you have it?
Oh, it's awful.
It's
It's all in a cabinet. I
ridiculous.
still
so
hate
stupid.
it.
It's
It
so
makes the
dumb.
whole thing bigger than the original Xbox.
Yeah, just don't use the Connect. They just need to make a fucking USB microphone that sits there and you can put it next to your TV.
Or build it in.
Because I don't care about the camera features.
Put it in the machine.
Or build it in the machine. My
Also,
mine's in a
the
cabinet, so that wouldn't
camera
help me,
looks
but yeah.
fucking terrible too. Like it's a piece of shit. Not only do I not care, but like it's awful.
The
Connect
coolest thing
camera?
about the Connect
Yeah.
is when people use it wrong. They use it for something else.
Like what?
Like when they use it for like 3D mapping of a room and then real time, like they hook it back up to a computer and then it remaps a room. Like, did you ever see the sand thing where it's like a straight down view and as you dig the sand and build it up, it can like measure with a Connect the height of the sand. So it with light on a projector, it remaps the light on it to be like topographical. Like if you dig down, it starts to turn blue like oceans, and then
What
you
you're
build it up, it
saying
goes green, green, and then white.
Sounds
at the top.
really cool. No idea what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
It sounds wicked.
I never saw that.
Somebody hopefully in the control room can look up what I'm talking about with the sandbox with the Connect. But in the meantime, I'm going to read this. Shopping
okay.
is frustrating, wandering from store to store. Oh, here it is right there. Go back to it. I'll go back to it. So that's a Connect, I believe.
Oh, it looks like it's filling up. All right, that's class.
That's pretty cool, right?
That's way cooler than anything Microsoft did with that thing.
So
Yeah, you
that's
gotta
the
be
point I
smart
was
to do
making.
that, though.
There was a lot of
Yeah,
really
Connect's
cool
a-
third-party development with PC in particular that happened, like a lot of like homebrew stuff. And that was before they even put Connect out for PC, when people were just hacking it open and using it for all kinds of crazy cool stuff that we never saw consumer applications for.
By the way, Johnny on the spot in the control room pulling that up.
That was
pretty
like
cool.
4 seconds.
That was
That
like
was wicked.
instantaneous. I was like, I was 2 sentences into an ad read.
Too
for
bad you
Trump.
trampled on it with an ad read.
No, I got it. Shopping is frustrating. Wandering from store to store, only to find clothes that are ill-fitting or not what you're looking for.
Also, according to Twitter, got to tell you, Cornata, not far off enough. We need to start referring to her as Cornetto
Right.
Ooh.
Could just call her Jen Taylor.
or Jen Taylor.
See, I feel bad turning it off because like Jen Taylor, I feel like she's losing a royalty on that or something.
Well, a lot of the time it's not her voice though.
Huh?
What?
No?
It's just like text on a screen.
No. Hey, I say a feature that I do like from iOS 10. I like the fact that now voicemail, it does dictation for you.
Oh,
So-
that's cool.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. What do you mean? What is
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
Who's
that
the
you did
voicemail?
the voice to text.
What are you talking
I
about?
get voicemails all the time.
Voicemails all the time.
'Cause I never
use-
answer the phone.
Do you
Yeah,
get a
I
lot
screen
of
everything.
spam phone calls to your mobile?
Yeah.
I don't answer a lot of, like, if a number is not in my contacts, I generally let it go to voicemail and then see what they have to say for themselves.
Well, the
Yep.
great thing is that now it will search through all your crap. So a number that's unknown, it will say, "Hey, maybe it's this person."
Right, and
usually
then
it's right.
I'll consider answering. But if
But
it's just not at all.
The only
If I ever get a call and I don't answer it and I don't know the number, and there is a voicemail, I just call them back.
You don't listen to the
listen
voicemail?
to voicemail?
Now
No,
you
it's a
don't.
waste of time.
Well, now you don't
that's
need
the
to.
whole point of dictation. You
This
can just
thing,
look
it,
at
it
it.
has a text version of your voicemail now.
It tells you what the voicemail says.
Have you seen that?
It's just in text.
Mine doesn't do that.
How does it
I
not
will
do
leave
that?
you a voicemail. I'm going to leave you a voicemail right now.
It's fucking awesome.
It's a pretty cool feature.
It's
I
like
usually-
you can look at it and be like, "Oh, this is bullshit."
Call
I don't
Gavin
care.
free.
What I mean is I don't go to the voicemail. I just redial the missed call.
Oh, I guess. I mean,
You're going to have to mute it, though.
you
Is it gonna
literally
buzz
just hit
if I
it
do
and
this,
it
guys?
tells you what it says.
Tell me if it buzzes. If there's a buzzing, I want to know about the buzzing. Is it buzzing? I feel like it's buzzing. You guys go ahead and talk. This is going to take like a minute for
No,
me
it's
to get
okay.
through all this.
I mean, I don't want to
What do you
trample
think,
your
what do you think Gavin's voicemail greeting
voicemail.
says?
Probably.
Does it say your phone number
probably
on it?
default.
Can I
Did
play
you
it?
set up a
Speaker?
voicemail?
Is it ringing for you at all?
No, I mean I don't get phone calls in here.
Is it okay if I
Yeah,
play
me
your
neither,
voicemail
really.
greeting?
Yeah.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
It was going to read your number.
It doesn't remember.
It's reading your number right now.
Did you set up a voicemail?
No.
Then it reads your number. It says you have called
I've
this
never-
number.
I've never
and it
done
may-
my
Hey,
own.
Gavin,
If you don't put in
this
the, like,
is Burnie,
Gavin,
and I am leaving you a voicemail so that you can see the dictation or transcription service that comes with the new iOS.
Never called myself.
And it should transcribe what I'm saying to you, so you don't have to listen to it. You can just read it, you fucking prick.
The problem is
You were
it summarizes
fast
it, so
on
it
muting
won't
that.
get the whole thing.
Well, I knew it was coming. It's like, yeah, you didn't know that, like,
I thought you
You mean the
asked me
second it
if
came
I
up as a
read out.
default message?
If I let your phone number out, I would never live that down. I would never.
It would have been my
ever-
fault.
Yeah.
It would have been my fault.
Kind of would have been his fault.
Oh.
Like the desk.
It might take a while to transcribe it. And it's not perfect.
Okay, so it says
Well,
I've
now
got a
you're just making
voicemail.
excuses.
Well, it might take, I don't
Go
know.
to your voicey voos.
Voicemail. All right, now what do I do?
Just go to the voicemail itself.
He's right, done to do it.
Well, it might not do it immediately. Give it a bit of time. You might have, because you played it, it might have overdone it. I don't know what
You
overdone
ruin
is.
everything.
I don't have it on any of them. Is that a feature? I didn't
Whoa,
know.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah. I think I like. Let me see. I think I got one in here.
I like these
And it was crap.
technology podcasts because
Never works.
Yeah,
it'll
I
be
don't have it either.
Nothing works, and also it dates it so well. Like, I'm gonna really enjoy listening to this in like 5 years. It'll be hilarious.
I'm convinced
So,
Gonna be real, you're
so
not
I have
gonna
here.
listen to
Here,
this in
this is
5
the last
years.
voicemail
I will.
have. This is a 1-800 number, right? Which is just crap. It's a 16-second thing. Open it. It says, "Please have a pen and paper handy to write down the activation code. You'll need to fucking delete."
Yeah.
That's it. It's a robot. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's like subject,
look, it
it's like
transcribes
basically
the whole
subject
thing.
lines.
Oh man,
See?
Yours will do
that's
it.
cool.
Yours will do
I
it.
would use voicemail if I had that.
It's in
It's
beta.
great. I was same thing with Ashley. The only time I ever answer a phone number, if I don't know who it is if I'm doing something like, fuck, I'm getting the treadmill repaired. It's probably that guy.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like
that
if you're
always burns me
expecting
because then I
someone that you
answer it
don't
and it's
know.
not. And I'm like, how dare you?
What,
You've
what
gotta
percentage
get-
of your calls do you think are fake or like spam calls?
Not that many.
I think
a
it's
few.
most of mine are.
A few.
How long do you give a phone call? Like if you answer it and no one on the other end is immediately saying yes, hello. How long do you give it before you hang up?
I
2
always
seconds.
wait. I won't just hang up. Like I'll wait to see if it's a human or a robot. If it's a robot, as soon as I hear it talking, then I hang up. If it's a human, I'll just be like, no, thank you, and then hang up.
I'll do like 3 seconds.
When I moved here, my number had recently been used for someone else, I guess. So I used to get calls for someone called Mario a lot.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
do.
almost like every week, without fail.
All right.
And then it just went away.
I always wonder, like, sometimes I just want to call my old numbers and check up on the people who have them now and see.
How
make
you
sure-
doing? You taking care of it?
Right, like make sure they're treating them right. Every
What-
now and again, I'm reminded of it. Like,
Treating it right. Hey, who's calling you on this number?
Do you think you call the number and they go hello and you're like, bad move. You don't know this number. Why'd you answer? What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, while we're on the subject of technology.
Oh, no.
Hurricane Matthew is a huge tragedy, wiping out the entire eastern seaboard. Is it as bad or not as bad as what was predicted?
Why did you guys? I mean, it was.
Well, it's pretty bad, but I think it's more isolated than it was supposed. Like it was supposed to hit
Worst storm in
more
history.
so, like New Jersey,
Well,
New York.
everyone's
as
It's not
well.
like Katrina.
and it's mostly
Everyone's saying it
Florida,
wasn't that
I
bad.
believe.
Didn't it kill like over 400 Haitians?
No, I'm talking about on the eastern seaboard. Like Katrina
once they
was
hit the
Florida.
US.
Katrina's the worst hurricane still to hit the U.S., at least on the impact that it had. Anyway, I was flying on a plane. I thought, I'm going to load up my weather app to see what the weather is in Austin. But when I land, because I was curious if I needed to put on my hoodie
I
or
was
not.
with you for this, wasn't I?
And the default tab is current location. And so it pulled up, I guess it pulled up my last GPS coordinates over whatever city we were over. And it pulled up and showed me the weather app. This is what it showed me.
Jesus.
It shows me the status instead of cloudy or partly sunny, it's tornado. Why does that exist in the iPhone?
They had
It had
artwork
animation.
made for that.
Yeah, they do like subtle animations. So if there's like patchy cloud, the cloud on the Apple thing, because it's Apple, it's like, oh, there's a slow moving cloud. Hail will be like, oh, bit of thunder. Who the Christ is going to be like, I wonder what there was. Oh, tornado? Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
I better get underground.
A trailer just
I didn't
flew
notice
by.
the tornado outside.
It's definitely a tornado.
We got
But the
bad.
animation,
Ground.
the animation was really cool. It was like, why the hell do they have that?
Yeah, I do like the thunderstorm animations.
Yeah, it's like-
that's pretty cool.
I mean, sometimes I just think those apps are doing it to fuck with you, though. Like the times that Google's instructions would say, you want to get from this continent to this continent, like go here, swim from Africa to the United States, and then continue on your way.
But what else do you think they have in there? If like you would never see tornado, like it's built in that they have this. Do they have like meteor shower,
Earthquake?
alien invasion,
Lava. Alien invasion's
torrential
good.
flood? You're in the middle of a river right now. It's just crazy to me that they would include that in there. Like I would just say it's raining, and if a tornado happens to come, you know about
Yeah,
that.
thunderstorm. I get that. Makes sense.
Do they have a little icon too for the tornado for like at 12 noon? It's like here's the little tornado. Then after that, maybe some lightning and some other stuff.
Well, the problem is if they do that, they're like, oh, it's like 50% chance tornado, and everyone goes, that's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
Not going to happen.
Not happen.
It always says
they're,
that.
They're never right.
I should have. I have my clip at home. I should have brought the loud restaurant.
Oh my
but
God.
it was too dark in that when I tried to record you guys, and it's Gavin just screaming at the top of his
We
lungs.
ditched dinner. We just didn't order food and then went to the after party for the
Yeah.
streamies,
And
which
then
I
we
think was
ate
the
the
right
food there.
decision. I had fun at that party.
I had fun at that party. I didn't
And
see
they
you
had,
the whole time.
They had sliders.
That's why you had fun.
I like going to events with Gavin because if I see him or don't see him, it doesn't matter. Like,
I know. I totally agree.
You know what I mean?
There's no pressure. There's no like, oh, I got to meet up with him. I got
Or
to
we're
do
here
this.
together or
I gotta
whatever.
do that. Or
Yeah.
like constantly blasting me. Like, where are you? We got to meet up. We got to do this. We got to do that.
right. He can go off and he can entertain himself. He's like, I walk up in a conversation, he's in it. I'm talking to people. It's like,
It's nice
that's
because
great.
we both know so many people in that world.
Ashley's the same way. It's like it's so nice to be dating someone who it's like you don't have to like go around with them everywhere and hold their hand and all that stuff. Well, not I mean like hold their hand, but like literally like
Yeah.
walk them through a party. Otherwise, they feel neglected.
It's like
You're saying I'm better than a Dead Rising character.
What's I've been playing Dead Rising lately.
That game's hard.
Well,
the
here's
first
other-
one's hard as shit.
Here's the other thing about it too is that this whole thing that went down with Trump this last week and all the horrible sexist comments that he made. It's one of those things that you realize, like, because I'm not subjected to that kind of stuff on a daily basis.
I mean, I subject you to it all the
A
time.
little bit. You always Ashley gets excited when she thinks I'm about to get drunk. She goes, "You're getting tipsy, huh?" And then she does this. She goes, with the eyebrows like that. You gonna get drunk? And I'm like, what? Do you think you need to get me drunk to like that's a big score for you?
But it's
Like,
just a
Look,
different version of
I
you
just want to
that's
get to
great.
feel like I'm taking advantage.
Is that what it is?
Fair's fair.
You're so unfiltered. It's great.
like am I filtered now?
No,
I mean, not
Yeah.
really amongst friends, but
Yeah, I mean, you're filtered as in you're not pretending you're Dracula going like this.
Oh, that's
you're
true.
invisible.
I was a
I mean,
spy.
like that's
I'm
I
pretty sure I
count
was a
that as
spy.
a filter.
Yeah. I'm wording it like totally unfiltered, and I say shit like, when you're a big star, they let you do whatever you want. God, what a fucking thing to hear someone else say. Oh my
I like
God.
that he always says, just locker room banter. You know, that's not me. It's like, surely that's exactly you. That's you when you're most you, is when you think no one's listening.
Also, a locker room is a room that by definition is separated by gender. So he's confirming like this is what he says when there's no women around that can call him on it.
The other thing to me too is like, people say stupid shit. You know what I mean?
People say stupid shit.
People say dumb shit.
We
and
say
you could be
stupid
like,
shit on mic all the time.
all the time, right? I'm not running for president, but still, we say stupid shit. I can take that of like, guy didn't know what the fuck he was doing, stupid move, whatever. It's not the same thing when everyone, like, this is the image you make, like, you give the public already, and then you have this confirm it. You know what I mean? Like, this is not an isolated incident. This is like what everyone has been saying. You are like this. You are like this. And here's a private conversation of you being you. Like, it bothers me that people take it out of context. Like, oh, it's just one thing. It's like, no, but you match that with what he's been saying for the last, not only just election, but like the last 10 years. It's like, that's exactly who he is.
When you're also saying how like it would be acceptable if he was like in his 20s, but it was recorded.
Dude, literally, I was having fucking fun with it, but I went nuts with the debate. I was just like tweeting joke tweets all night. Hashtag debate. My favorite part was people that don't follow me because the world is following debates. I get these like these responses people send to me, and I got a lot of like, you know, pro-Trump people and stuff like that. And one person was like, yeah, I bet you said some stupid shit 11 years ago. I was like, 11 years ago I was 18, not fucking 60. Like, that's fucking insane. That's insane.
You know, it's also like hearing him early on in the campaign, or like early on, it was like a week ago, when he was saying like all these things that were coming out that he had said, and like people were quoting him. He says, well, most of that stuff was said for entertainment purposes. And I was like, you know what? I actually get that argument because we work in entertainment. Like, sometimes we'll say things and it's like, sometimes I'll make a funny joke. Like on the podcast, I made a joke about going in a bathroom and molesting a kid. And it's like one of those things that later in life, someone can easily just pull up that clip and say, oh, he made fun of molesting children or whatever, you know, on a thing. And it's like, it was a joke that I made at the time, but I did make it in the context of a humorous podcast.
Right.
So I kind of got that up until it's like secret recording on he's on a bus and there's not a camera in sight.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, we all say dumb stuff, you know, sometimes extreme stuff on these podcasts just to, you know, get a reaction or be funny.
Exactly.
I had another one.
I did that on the spot this week.
Somebody messaged me, right? And they literally, during the debate last night, and they go, yeah? Timestamp. 58 minutes into podcast 158 or something like that. You said you like Trump, so now why are you jumping on the bandwagon? I'm like, that was 4 fucking years ago.
Michael, don't you know
and
if you ever
wasn't
you state opinion publicly, you
not
can't
only
ever change
that,
it?
but it's like, I'll even defend what I said. I'm like, the guy has always been a piece of shit. He's always been an asshole, but it's entertaining and he was irrelevant. Who cares? He's some jerk off businessman and he's the star of a stupid reality show. He's always been a piece of shit. He's always like attacked people like Rosie O'Donnell, and it's just savage and it's
He's on the
stupid.
WWE, for Christ's
And it's
sake.
like, whatever, like, I'll laugh at the guy, I'll joke about the guy.
Don't you
I
fuck
don't
with
want
the
that being the
WWE.
president of the United fucking States. How do you not see the line there? Like,
Right.
that's what blows me away. I absolutely stand by what I said 4 years ago when clearly I was talking about, like, man, I loved when they made fun of Trump on Conan O'Brien when they, like, used the lips where they put the face and it's just some guy going like, oh, you're fired.
Yeah,
you know, it's
yeah.
like, that was funny to me.
Classy.
I don't want the guy starting World War III, okay?
No.
I don't want that.
I don't want him appointing 3 Supreme Court justices. I really don't want that.
You know what I don't understand about elections in general is a lot of the presidents or the presidential candidates, and this is just in general, not this election, but they just take pains to be like, you know, I'm just like one of the guys, I'm a normal person, all this. It's like, I don't want you to be a normal person. I need you to be better
Right.
than
You
me.
should-
You
you
need to
should
be a
be way
lot
better
better
than
than
me.
me. Like, you need to not be normal because, like, we're fucked.
I completely
You
agree.
need to fix us.
People already hate America enough.
Yeah.
all
Well,
right?
that's my
Let's
thing.
not make it worse.
Whenever I give my opinion, which, you know, I can't vote. I'm just like spewing stuff into the world because everyone's allowed to do that. And it's very important that Americans know, though, that the president of the United States greatly affects the rest of the world in, you know, what their countries can end up doing. You've got to ally with the US.
But there is part of us that just like, so what? I mean, there's a lot of people who just feel like when they hear that, like,
No, I'm not. Yeah, and that's
it's
the
our
thing.
country
I'm not
first
trying to
and- yeah.
affect any change. I'm just stating my opinion on it because
Yeah.
even if I didn't live here, it would still affect my life.
You know,
Bush
when,
affected the UK a lot.
one
Very
of the
much, yeah.
reasons that I moved overseas was to sort of get a different view of the world. Keeping in mind I moved overseas 2008. had a great 8 years of apologizing every time I went overseas or pretending to be Canadian. But one thing that really drove that point home was I moved in September. The elections were in November. And I had never seen people in my place of employment in the U.S. pay as much attention to the election as it was happening as I did the people in the Australian office. Just because they understood that the U.S. president is going to affect,
It's a big deal.
like, everyone eventually. There'll be, just ripple effects. That's just natural in different country politics, all that sort of stuff. Relations, policies for like taxes, imports, whatever it is. Like the entire world is affected by something that major. It matters to everyone.
Do you
even
worry
if
about
they
stuff
can't
you
vote.
say though publicly, like on these podcasts, like coming back to haunt you at some point in time?
I mean,
Like
I'm
someone
not
just
ever going to run for office or anything.
No, you say that now?
I'm
What
already
about when you're in
regretting
your
war
70s?
comments.
Wait till you check your Twitter later. They'll be all over you about it.
I'm pretty sure there's got to be a subreddit for that, right?
Yeah, I do. Oh, well, used like
Bait?
uterine wall blood. Yeah. Is anybody watching Westworld? Anybody before
Oh,
we
yeah.
go? You watching it?
Both episodes.
Ash and I've been watching. You been watching it?
Oh, yeah.
What do you
Watched
think?
both or just the first one?
I watched both.
Okay, sweet.
Here,
It's fucking
play,
awesome.
Let's
I
play
love it.
Quick game. If you were to name video games that might have inspired the creators of that show, what games would you name?
Red Dead Redemption.
What games?
Video games.
I don't know, because I just see Jurassic Park. when I
the-
watch
Yeah,
it.
Jurassic
the-
Park.
all
I
I
would say,
see.
yeah.
The showrunners did name some specific video games that they took interest from.
BioShock.
That's the two. Is Red Dead Redemption and BioShock.
Oh, look at me.
BioShock, I can get the feel of like all of the staff end. You know what I mean? Like the world is obviously Red Dead, but even like I like when they go down to see like all the storage hosts and shit, and like all the water floods in and everything like that, and it's dilapidated, and they're like, "Oh, fuck it, it's fine, then whatever."
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I could see a BioShocky thing like from the facility. Like I can see the thing as a Rapture type thing because we still don't even know what the scale of it is. Like I have no idea how big the place is. Like I have no idea how many floors there are. I mean, it's all one place. Like I don't even know where the hell it is. You know what I mean? Like, where is it on the planet?
and end up with so many questions.
Well, when they talk about it, the people who work there and work on the park, who work on Westworld, in the show, not the people who work on the show,
Right.
but the people in the show who work on Westworld, they talk about it like it's an MMO. Like the way they talk about storylines,
Yeah,
and the way
sure.
they talk about characters and all that stuff.
And how when you walk in, there's all these, basically quest givers.
Right.
For all the attendees.
it feels like one of the most unintentionally video game shows that I've ever watched.
And they don't over-explain it either. Like
Nope.
they're already like,
Yep.
they're already like the base is set. Let's move on to the crazy stuff.
We were talking earlier with the broadcast crew about it, and somebody said to
Or
me,
as John Reisinger says, the booth people.
the booth people, and I forget who was it that said that they wanted to watch the Westworld '70s movie after they watched the first season of Westworld, and I was like, "You're gonna be disappointed."
Yeah.
Is that a dog movie?
Yeah, there's also Future World.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. This is
Was that the sequel?
Yeah,
Future World?
I think Future World is sequel
But
to
like,
it.
what is it? What's his name? Michael Crichton.
It's
Who made Westworld and Jurassic Park?
oh really? Is it that made
Michael
Westworld?
Crichton actually directed the movie.
He
Oh,
wrote
really?
the book and then directed the movie.
All I remember
Yeah.
was Yul Brynner was in it. That's
Yeah.
what I remember. Yeah.
I think there's some talk about potential future seasons of the show visiting other parks.
Yeah, well, they haven't gotten into it yet, but even in the 1970 film, I mean, it's called Westworld, but there's multiple choices when they get there. They just go into Westworld. So, I mean, it would make sense if they eventually add it to the show.
Yeah. All right.
Did you know, throw this in real quick,
Go
did
ahead.
you know the security officer, the guy with the blonde hair and blue eyes, he kind of does like, he's like in charge of the team, like the like military-esque guys, like the security
Yeah.
guys. Do you know he's the oldest Hemsworth? He's Chris Hemsworth's older brother.
There's
yeah.
an older brother?
Yeah, he's the oldest, and the kid from The Hunger Games is the youngest.
And the guy
That-
from Always Sunny who plays one of the brothers.
fucking
That
Liam
family is
McPoyle.
gifted.
I was so happy to see him. I was like, yeah, you get it.
He's
Get some
really
milk.
good.
He's
He's really
really
good in
good. I really like his character.
He's great.
I was also very happy to see Trevor from GTA 5 in it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, who's he?
he's one of the
was
two
drinking
bandit
milk.
guys.
He actually
Yeah.
died.
Oh,
in,
shit, really?
Actually, I just spoiled
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not important.
don't
It's not
worry
important
about
to the plot.
Watch the show if you have HBO or you have HBO.
I believe the first
now.
episode is free.
Really?
Even if you don't have it.
Go check it out. I understand it's like an enormously expensive show for them, so it might not be around for very long.
Oh,
It
we'll
might be
see.
gone.
They've already started production on season 2. It's
Good.
not greenlit yet, but they've started production.
Bold move.
I mean, end up somewhere.
Then
Or
maybe they'll
like,
just make it.
pre-production. I
I'll
guess
say
at the
this:
very least.
if the show continues, it seems like a fantastic show to take over after Game of Thrones ends.
I agree.
Because
Yeah.
it's like they'll run season 1, Game of Thrones will come back, then they'll run season 2, then Game of Thrones will end, and then they'll have this in season 3. So it's like it'll have this audience, and also for all the new audiences that haven't watched it yet, it's only 2 seasons to catch up on, which I assume are going to be 10 episodes each.
Yeah. If you don't like world building, those kinds of shows, it might not be your bag, but it's a really good show.
You
The
can
acting
see-
is really good.
And,
Also-
the special effects are really nice and subtle. Like whenever they power down or freeze, it's like there's definitely some stuff going on there. They're
There
not
must
just like
be.
this.
Yeah.
But it's so subtle. It's very cool.
It's also
Sorry,
they also very clearly learned a lot because it's all like death, tits.
Yeah.
It's like if it will absolutely fill that.
The
in.
Yeah,
world
that,
is going to
that warning at the beginning of every show is graphic violence and
Yeah.
nudity. And
Woohoo!
The world is going to need a fill of violence and tits and cock after
Yeah,
Game of
it's
Thrones
a
is
lot
done.
of like freaky, weird tits and cock though.
Yeah, a
like,
lot of- yeah.
like ah,
Yeah.
that's the best
sure.
way to describe it.
Well, Game of Thrones has had some pretty weird tits as well.
Yeah, but I'd put this weird already in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
of
That's
like
true.
half human tits.
Slice of life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
It's also like Western, it's all the characters. It's not just the, gunslingers and the pretty showgirls. It's also the guy who runs the bar is then naked, when he's in repair or
They're
whatever.
big on nudity.
They're big on nudity. Yeah. That must be the first thing they tell people when they come to be, for an audition. They must be like, look, if you get cast, you're going to be sitting in a chair naked
In the
for
least
probably like 8
flattering
scenes,
position.
a whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like literally just sitting there
It's not
nude.
the sexy nudity of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's like the cold reality nudity of like science.
like the morgue.
Yeah, it really is.
It's pretty
very
morgy.
much like a morgue.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up. I do want to say RTX Sydney is coming up. Gavin, you have been announced for RTX Sydney. You'll be
have.
there. I'll be there. I don't know if you're an official guest, but you're going to come, right?
I'll be there.
Yeah. Michael, are you
I'm
going
not
to
going
RTX
to Sydney.
I don't think so.
Don't know. See, everyone says that. They're not sure.
Well, because nobody told me I'm going yet.
We're still making
Tell
announcements.
me I'm going, and I'll say yes.
So who knows?
But I will be at PAX Australia.
Dude, if you go to both, that's
But
an insane amount of travel.
it is trips to Australia, but it's going to be the first RTX I miss if I don't go.
You
First
should go.
ever.
You should go to RTX Sydney. We'll figure out a way.
Should,
So
yeah.
at least if we can sell like a bunch more tickets, we'll send Michael to RTX Sydney. How about
Okay,
that?
you
Based
heard
on
him.
this. So when you buy your tickets, just type in Michael Jones and for the reason why, and that's why.
Is there a reason why field?
Yeah. What's that?
No.
to type in.
What?
is-
Okay, then the other thing I want to tell you before we close out here is that Game Attack, which launched today. We're recording this on Monday. The Try Hard podcast is going to be right after we finish this podcast. They're immediately going to start airing that. They kind of held off on the beginning of their podcast until we were done because they want to go like seamlessly right after.
That's
we go.
why you've been trying to wrap it up.
No.
I mean,
We
you should
just
have told us, and we would have not talked about Westworld for so long.
Whoop, we just got to our time, but we have a post show coming up, and there's some stuff I want to talk about with Dead Rising.
And the post show is not live, and it won't be on now.
It won't be on now, so you should go watch Game
I get
Attack's
tweets every
new
week.
podcast. Anything else? All right,
Did you check your journal?
I did. There was no. They
Okay.
were just all nothing.
Garbage.
I love you guys. All right, thanks for watching.
Hey,
Bye, everybody.
I'll see you next year.